Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Let me do a quick check of audio stuff. Fun fact about me, I'm very sleepy. I keep needing to get to bed earlier and not doing that. Hello, Noreen! It's a special day. I keep needing to get to bed earlier and not doing that. And now I read the word main menu, or what was it? Main mode as motion twin, and then I processed that as Aphex twin, and it might not be a long stream today. I am really running on fumes, but I have some caffeine to try. So main, dojo, scope, main, scope, ninja. Right. Yeah, I am EP. You know, EP's cute. EP's cute, like, at 9:30 p.m. when you have a book in your hands and some sleepy tea. It's not so fun at the beginning of the day when you're like, today's gonna be kind of rusty. It's really not that fun. Yeah, we got some tea with caffeine in it. Alright, holy crap, getting right down to business. Well, actually, no. I have to build to this. You can't just start your stream with level 4 white wafers on the Nintendo Wii version of Return to Dreamland. That's kind of peak. We're actually missing something in like almost every almost every world. Raisin Ruins had to just go and be perfect. Whew, wow, okay. Damn, it's been a long week. Yeah, so, Splatoon, some Splatoon DLC came out. Splatoon Octo Side. Splatoon Side Octo. Yes, so Splatoon has had 2 DLCs, and I count the first DLC as one of my favorite gaming experiences of all time. And this week I finally sat down to finish it. In part because it was time for the sequel to come out, in part because I was finally good enough to do it. I finally got into a groove and like could actually beat the stuff. I have a ton left to play. Yes, I will stream it one day, But yeah, I just went through all of that fresh, and then the new thing came out on Thursday. So I have been. It's been a heck of a week. It's been a long week. Like every day has its own festivities and anticipation. I had yesterday off for some random holiday. And it's been a nice long weekend. I've been out doing stuff every night, and yeah, no complaints here. My brain is just completely spent. But one benefit is if I stop streaming early, I have a cameo. I have a cameo in a video that just went live from my friend from Max's server. Had me over to do a bit about these Splatoon DLCs on their channel, so you can go check that out. I linked it in the community posts. And I do have a first pulse video for Side Order. It is just about ready. Yeah, it's all scripted. I've got all my footage. I know what I want to do for music. I just need to do some video time after the stream. And that is something that I can do when I'm EP. That is very doable. So that'll be out shortly. But y'all will be asleep, so sorry. That's for your tomorrow. But that's Sunday for you, so. I am irritable. I am irritable as a symptom of being super sleepy, so these enemies may be hearing some strong words. Good morning, evening, Robbie. Oh my gosh. When the Return to Dreamland friend comes over and they bring the good stuff. Yes, Onion Ocean is a bonding activity. It's a boardwalk for all friendships across one day. I can't remember if level 1 has the beam tower thing. in the Doomer? I don't think it does. I think that's level 2 with the Oasis. I think the Oasis is so iconic that it has both the Oasis and, well, also the rock puzzles probably, and then the beam thing. I think this opening area is just like a normal level, which is appealing right now. Not up for going that hard. Yeah, it's, I think I might have mentioned last week, I've been goofing like every day in Max's server since our stream. I hadn't been in his server in years and years and years, basically at all. I had barely ever been in the server. And, yeah, it's been really fun. I feel very comfy there, so I've been meeting a lot of nice people. There will be more collaborations. Oh, wait, we already said that. Max and I already have 2 collaborations in mind. Which is becoming increasingly on brand for him as, wait, does this have Needle and Tornado? Probably not Tornado, right? That'd be so fun if this was a Needle level and a Tornado level. Yeah, he streams a lot of Ocarina of Time Randomizer, and I reached out months ago, maybe after his first one, wanting to do it. I will not be doing an Ocarina of Time Randomizer that involves Peter Griffin or the Cars movie that he watches, but I will be doing an Ocarina of Time Randomizer because I quite like those. Yeah, so there's Cleaning, Archer, Spider. Those are all abilities that we could have in this game, but we don't, as in the remake, because they became abilities after. Although technically, Kirby's Dreamland 3 already had Cleaning, so we could have revived Cleaning, but we did not. It is decidedly not the game to be creative and revive Cleaning in. That's a good question, Noreen. I messaged my friend after like a decade asking what he remembered about when we played Return to Dreamland, and he was like, I loved playing Bandanity, and I remember that vividly. He loved playing Bandanity. Which is funny because now that Bandanity has since become kind of made into the staple Player 2 character, so maybe a lot of people enjoy playing Bandanity. But I had 2 of my Transmask friends playing with me when we huddled around and played it on a Switch in camp this summer, and they were both fighting over Meta Knight. So, well, see, I don't think there's any particular reason that Transmask men would enjoy Meta Knight over Team DDD. In fact, I've seen plenty of people enjoy both. But I think boys and men maybe particularly enjoy Bandanity, particularly enjoy Meta Knight and King DDD. Waddle Dee has its own gravitational pull, but that doesn't mean that the other ones don't exist. I've seen everybody be desired, and frankly, they are all very desirable. It's fun to play as all those characters. Just due to being me, I think I prefer King DDD and Meta Knight, maybe because I'm a Transmask King. But, yeah, like, they have their own modes in Return to Dreamland, and in the 3DS games, Robobot and Triple Deluxe. They have their own modes where you play as them, and because they have a running, jumping, spinny air move, they're my picks. Bandy lacks that. But, I have always wanted to try Bandy in, like, Forgotten Land or something. That would be nice. He probably is. I do feel like those 2, Metadeed, I feel like they enjoy their masculinity a lot. You know what I mean? It's like the what's-his-face Gomez thing. Wait, Adams. No. The what's-his-face Adams thing. Is the father of the Adams family named Gomez? Because Gomez sounds like a last name, and Adams sounds like a full... Adam is a first name. But it transitions. I want to call him Adam Gomez, not Gomez Adams. And on the background, you will see a rose. And in the foreground, you will see more roses. And underneath the dirt, you will see some PlayStation. You'll see the blue triangle and a green Maru and a red star. That's how you control PlayStation controller. Those were censored in the re-release, and they were all made to be brown nothings and textures of HD dirt due to copyright. I was literally about to instinctually do a Kirby 64 combination ability. I pressed A, oh god, I pressed A to pull out my copy ability and I was gonna jump it into him. I guess having an enemy placed like on a platform makes me think while I'm streaming that I'm playing Kirby 64 again. Hold it right there. Gomez Adams. As improbable as it sounds. Well, he has King DDD Drum Dash, but then he and Meta Knight have equally long campaigns in Robobot and Triple Deluxe respectively. They're like kind of best cuts of the main. This is exactly what milk looks like in Japan. Maybe it's the same in some parts of America, but that is exactly what the milk looks like that we get from like farms. Possibly Hokkaido farms. Possibly ones that I met the owners of on a subway without knowing it. This is a fairly long level for the fact that I keep forgetting all of it except for the background. This ain't the point. There we go. Relax, Kirby. Is that anything? We will leave that for the future. This looks like a buttered potato. They upped the like caramel color right here, and it's really, the sand is really like mixing in with the rock. It looks like a buttered potato. That's a hot potato. That's a cookie right there. That's what that is. Yeah, this is also looking like food right now. The more time I spend in deserts, the more appetizing things look. Which is funny, because I always talk about ranking the deliciousness of rocks as kind of like a sign of being an unhinged gamer for me. Because me and my friend Liz would always be talking about like Link's Awakening HD, that was one of the games we bonded over. And we'd always be talking about just like how beautiful and how like tasty looking the world was, because the graphics were so nice. So we'll make fun of ourselves and be like, oh, Layla and Liz hanging out, talking about wanting to eat rocks. But it's always rocks. It's not trees. It's not leaves. It's always rocks. So you put me in the desert and I get hungry. Case in point, sun-baked desert, Super Mario Wonder. That all looks like sugar to me. Looks like pure candy. It's the most appetizing place in the whole game. Dang, that was a really nice catch. I could use hammer. I use hammer very little. Back in Amazing Mirror, where those breakable blocks that I just hit were a bit more of a big deal, because they gated progress, or gate-kept progress, as a video I was watching this morning would say. They were gatekeepers of progress, just like an HM in Pokemon. Yeah, you had that, and you had Fire Hammer, which was also a big obstacle thing. And they could push pegs into the ground, which is another thing. Which is kind of funny when you think about it, because burning... What was it, burning or fire? Burning was separate in Amazing Mirror. Burning could do fire, which was one of the obstacles, and it could do breaking the hard blocks. Then hammer could do all three. Rock could probably break the hard blocks if they were beneath it, but it definitely did pegs. It's weird how much exploration stuff was covered by those ones. I guess the only things they couldn't do is cut. But I feel like cutting ropes wasn't quite as essential in that game. Interesting rocks. Wait, who is the Interesting Rocks? My first thought with Interesting Rocks is Asahi from Shiny Colors, but I don't think that's the reference. I feel like it's something more dear to my heart. I think our... I'm reading Gomez Nadsai as Gomen Nasai. I keep saying Gomen Nasai. I'm gonna keep using hammer. Okay, chat. Good morning. I have an assignment for you. One copy ability to bring back for the next 3D Kirby game. In some ways, it's a very easy question because there's so many, like, extremely common ones missing from Forgotten Land. But nonetheless, it is a hot button issue. Oh. Yeah, that's dear to me. Can you hear me? Looks like Elgato just glitched. Hi? What? Now it's back? Oh, my computer. Ah! My computer just entered battery saver mode because I'm a dweeb. I'm gonna give Elgato the benefit of the doubt and say that entering near-death battery saver mode is what glitched it. But now we need it to come back is the problem. It was pretty good this morning. Good morning, game lover. You catch us at an unfortunate moment. There is no game to love. Oh, then it was a good joke, Robbie. Come on, Elgato. Let's go. Oh, wow. Wow, way to go, Elgato. Okay. Okay. We're back. We live. Yeah, this is like the quintessential Cookie Country level. For a long time, it was all that I could remember when I looked back and tried to remember this game. Today's actually the first anniversary of, Today's the first anniversary of Return to Dreamland Deluxe. It's the birthday of the sand and armor abilities. It is a new holiday. At least on like Japanese Twitter, Kirby games get their anniversary celebrated really well. I think honestly the Japanese fandom has done a lot to really improve my love for Kirby games. Like seeing people's like Vocaloid AMVs and stuff was a really big part of getting me super hype about Kirby back in like 2021. Finding those, I was like, wow, some people think that Kirby's really cool. Because I don't know, it's kind of just like part of the general Nintendo glop in America, or at least like English speaking fandom that I'm a part of. It's just kind of like, Squeak Squad was mid. Like, I don't know. All the content that I see is like, here's my Kirby retrospective because I am running out of content to make. It's just like kind of just like a general part of the larger gaming glop, I guess. It's not treated very special or anything. But when I look at like the art trends and the hashtags and stuff for Kirby game anniversaries, especially like Azafly makes really amazing like orchestral arrangements and suites and stuff and medleys for Kirby games, and those are just incredible. And I watched the YouTube premiere of the 10th anniversary Triple Deluxe one, and it was just so fun seeing everybody's like outpouring of love for the game. Like, again, like I've said before, like before I played Zelda, the only games that I thought were cool were like fighting games in a little way. Like that was more of an older teen thing, but growing up I was like, I like RPGs, and then the internet was like, JRPGs are this cool niche thing during the 3DS era, and I was like, I'm so cool because I like niche JRPGs, and I thought that was so cool. But I never thought there was anything like cool about liking like Kirby. Like Kirby was always around, but he was kind of just like the pink blob next door. But yeah, I don't know, I got older and I started to care more about the games, and I have just found a lot more fans that are like, this shit's awesome. And even like on English Twitter, again, it's just a lot of just like gaming glop. It's a lot of just the general discussions you would see about any video game. Like the same people that are like, Kingdom Hearts is mid, but I have to play it because it's popular. Like people just kind of like playing Kirby because it's part of the gaming world. But like, I just see such like a special and particular care for Kirby. When I look at like, I don't know, Japanese like art tags on the anniversary and stuff. I think artists and musicians do a good job of bringing out like how special the game is maybe the core of what I'm feeling. Where I don't like follow a lot of artists or musicians devoted to Kirby who don't just like cover all other gaming stuff outside of the Japanese world of internet. So yeah, Kirby's really cool, and it took a while for me to realize that. That's awesome. That's a good pipeline. Planet Robobot's a great game. Honestly, a lot of people would say that you're peaking early. I mean, that's not a bad way to start your relationship with a series, but yeah, it's Robobot and Return to Dreamland. That's like not too many games of that caliber. I mean, not too many games that fall short of that caliber, but those are two of the very best ones in my mind. They're certainly two of my favorites. My other favorite being Triple Deluxe, which I don't really see as like a must-play. Like, I feel like Triple Deluxe is very much for Kirby fans. You have to really like Kirby. Because, like, it's pretty similar to Return to Dreamland, and I would kind of recommend Return over Triple Deluxe if you're, like, new. Yeah, Medito. Look at these little butterflies. Hope they're not up to any mischief. I guess that is one thing, is, English Kirby fandom does really like their lore, which isn't to say that like Japanese fans don't, but like when I think about my experience online, a lot of the Japanese stuff is like drawing art and being like, damn, you really care about Queen Sectonia. Like, wow, Magalore really moved you. It seems like Magalore is very important to you, Mr. Artist. What I do appreciate about like Twitter even, or even YouTube, more like English-speaking fandom, is the lore. I think it started as kind of a meme like 5 years ago or so. Probably when people like the RPG Monger made really good videos covering Kirby lore, because, you know, that makes sense. The RPG Monger, who is a Moogle that runs a YouTube channel, made a really good video covering a lot of stuff that now like any Kirby fan knows, but I wouldn't really have known before then because I didn't play the games from the 90s. Stuff about dark matter and stuff like that. Like, once you learn about dark matter, and you know what it is I think Star Allies also was a part of this, because Star Allies called back really well to a lot of old lore from the Dreamland games about dark matter and stuff, and made like these very strong pointed suggestions about the nature of what Kirby is. And I think that's a big part of why people were so razzed up about Kirby lore back in like 2019. To the point where I remember it was kind of annoying because like all the in the larger gamer glop, all I heard about Kirby was like, Kirby is fun and easy and has crazy lore, and it's still kind of true today. I don't think you hear as many people being like, hey guys, I don't think you've ever heard this, but Kirby has crazy lore. But that was like all you would hear for a while. And to be fair, it was really fun, and people did a really good job of compiling it all and talking about it. And it's like Splatoon, like it adds a lot to the game. Oh, see, now they are arriving at peak. They are arriving at peak. Those are 3 excellent games. They will be a lifelong friend. I mean friend. They'll be a lifelong fan and friend of Kirby's. Okay, this is my insane take, and I'm not sure if there's anybody here to properly like scowl, but I've been getting a craving for Tears of the Kingdom, which is like an absolute miracle, because I was getting very bored of that game and I have a lot left to play. But I was thinking about, like, after a whole week of being super into the Splatoon story, I was like, I'm kind of done with the Zelda timeline. Like, people really take it seriously, and as I was becoming a Zelda fan, I learned about the timeline. But playing Tears of the Kingdom, like, they do not care about the timeline anymore. Like, they really don't, and they haven't since Breath of the Wild. And I'm like, I don't know if I care about the timeline anymore. So, like, in a way, even though there's no timeline for Kirby, knowing the general concepts of, like, what unifies the big bads in the main characters, like, the ancients, dark matter, that kind of stuff that people talk about when they talk about Kirby lore, that helps a lot. Then stuff like the Octoling, Inkling Wars and all that, like, that I think adds a lot to Splatoon. And then also just, like, you know, learning all the crazy flavor stuff, like the different bands that make the music, the different fashion brands, all the background stuff. I think that directly improves the gameplay experience. I kind of don't feel that way about Zelda anymore. I almost feel like the less I know about Zelda, the better, which is kind of unhinged because people have been so, you know, beloved. People have been loving their Zelda lore for decades now. Like, it might have one of the most beloved, like, lores in all of gaming. But I've been playing more and I'm like, I kind of enjoy these more as standalone adventures. And, like, the actual lore that ties everybody together of, like, reincarnation cycles is kind of lame. Like, I guess, it makes Skyward Sword better, but seeing Ganondorf back for the millionth time in Tears of the Kingdom, it's like, I kind of rather pretend these stories aren't related. Like, in a lot of ways, I'd rather just enjoy Todek and Breath of the Wild as their own little universe, because that's kind of how they behave. I guess Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword bounce off of other games really well. Wind Waker does too, but I don't know if I feel that about all of them. Yeah. The end of this game will throw you. Which, like, it's a very story-light game. It has, like, one piece of story, and then they take that story and just, like, throw it in your face. Like, you like character? Well, peh, peh. Here's story. What is story? Story is character. Character is awful. It's like, no! Character was story. Character was 100% of story. You ruined story. No, I don't know. I don't think anybody dislikes the whole story of this game, but it is funny how they give us one thing to work with and then they take it away from us. I trusted you for one piece of story. Return to Dreamland. That's the big reason I love comparing Return to Dreamland and Kirby 64 is the characters and stuff and the little things about 64 give it a much more like immersive story or a much more like engaging story for me than this game. Like, they're similar in some ways, but that kind of just brings out the strengths of 64. I've said that on stream countless times at this point. Oh, to which I go back to my original question. What copy ability would you add to the next 3D Kirby game? It's extremely hot button. For me, a lot of my answers would be the most basic ones, but like, I really want each of the basic ones to come back in. Oh. Yeah, that is, I mean, that's kind of a Nintendo issue at large. Like, they made a new, like, so Zelda is stuck with the same battles over and over again. Mario, I wouldn't say Mario is stuck with the same battles, but we're never gonna stop seeing Bowser. In a way, I feel like Bowser and King Dedede, especially King Dedede, well, okay, so King Dedede does not count because we don't fight King Dedede anymore, but King Dedede went from being the repeated villain to friend really quickly, which in some ways, look at this coral plant. Wow, this is a beautiful area right here. In some ways, it was kind of a bummer that King Dedede like repeated a lot because he became such a like fun boss fight that we would just keep possessing him, which was kind of a detriment to the story. So like we weren't actually fighting him over and over, we were fighting possessed versions of him over and over for a lot of time. And we're still doing that. We're still doing that in Forgotten Land. So that's like not the best, but he has developed through all those fights to the point where it's like fun. And I think even almost in a meta way, fighting Bowser so many times has slowly worn him down in the Mario world to the point where we have games like Bowser's Inside Story where he's like more of a frenemy or just like a straight up friend to some degree. And like, I think that's fun because with King Dedede, like there's not much Kirby continuity, but it's pretty clear that he is Buddy at this point. I don't think Bowser's Buddy, but we're also like, it's not sacrilege to make him Buddy when we want to. But then like Ganondorf, it's like, oh shoot. I guess there are still some games like this. Dang. I much prefer when the boss beats over your star. I forgot about that. I'm sure that's different in the remake. Yeah, so repeating stuff. So what's funny is they have all these series where you're repeating the same enemy. Like, you know, Bowser and Ganon are the big ones. Star Fox, I guess, struggles with that, but I wouldn't really know. Ridley struggles with that in Metroid. They keep bringing Ridley back. And then they went and did that with Splatoon, where they made a villain and they were like, all right, we're Nintendo, we're gonna repeat the story. But they've already pretty much diffused that one. And they've referred to these games as a trilogy, and the repeating boss guy is not the boss. It's a bait and switch in the third game. So they're pretty much over that. But it's funny how as soon as they had a new IP and they could do anything with it, they were like, I know what we should do. We should repeat the same plot in the same battle every single game. Like, oh, smart. 3 might even begin with the Zapfish. I don't even know. It might not, but it might. The DLCs don't have that problem, but the first 2 campaigns are carbon copies, and then 3 is a bait and switch of being a carbon copy. Okay, thank you, Noreen. She might. Okay, you're thinking the right thoughts, Noreen. I think that UFO in 3D could be very, very good. It's hard to imagine some things in 3D. Rock is one of them. Rock is like, when are we going to get this back? Like, it's such a staple. I mean, it has taken games off. Not many, though, because one time it was replaced by metal. But it's usually around. It was definitely one of the ones that it was surprising to see gone. But it is like, how's it gonna work in 3D? I guess similar to Dream Buffet, just like go into the air and then smack down. But, Wheel is another one where it's like, I don't know, I guess anything movement based, because like you can't, I don't know how we're gonna roll the rock in 3D. Wheel is like, I mean, I can picture Wheel, it's gonna control like basically a mouthful mode, but UFO is like, are we gonna fly? One ability that's like extremely overdue is basically Cupid, the angel ability where you have wings. And I really want to see that come back, because unlike Wing, which you have to do a little bit of work in order to actually fly with, Cupid you just float, or you have the ability to float. So that could be really fun when it comes back. I think they could make a really good job with that. But we'll have to see what happens. I think UFO and Cupid could both be really fun for like floating abilities that are rare. Oh wait, we died. That is, yeah. I mean, lore-wise, I don't know. Mouthful mode may be locked to Elflin's dimension. Oh no, I messed this up again. I really kind of just want to get it done. Mouthful mode might be locked to Elflin's dimension, but it seems like it came about because of the travel to Elflin's dimension, so we may still have the ability to do mouthful mode outside of that dimension. Yeah, if you want to see quirky movement options, let's just skip to putting this boot into 3D. Hey, that was an aggressive boot tactic. I guess this boot is pretty similar to mouthful mode in that it gives you like a more linear sequence where you have limited options. Okay. I don't remember messing up this fish jump quite so much in the past. Oh shoot. Are we gonna get this? Okay. Hey. Oh, so now the boot's underwater. Yeah, so another thing about UFO is that it shoots lasers and it shoots beams, and we haven't seen beam or whip in 3D. So a lot of people say that it's probably gonna do a circle around you. Oh, I guess no, laser would work similar to gun probably. I guess you could charge the, because charge laser is almost always a part of UFO. Which would mean that you could go into the sort of reticle aiming interface. Simply turning 360 and tapping one would probably shoot a basic beam, or maybe the whip beam, or maybe a laser beam. But that is something that bomb and ranger can both do. So I can picture it having ranger. It would probably be a mix of ranger and whatever beam comes out to be, whenever it comes out, whenever it returns to us. Yeah, be sure to read the guidelines, everyone, before commenting. They are pinned. Yeah, so Beam needs to come home to us. It really does. And when they figure that out, yeah, I guess UFO would kind of be an ultimate of what I'm hoping for, with Beam coming back and floating with Cupid. And yeah, just doing more of the shooty ones, because the shooting ones are really, really fun. Yeah, no promos, please. One squishy versus me. Yeah, oh my god. It is past slime time. Yeah, it is well past slime time. We need a slime enemy in this series. These enemies, these tiny, beady-eyed Kirby 64 enemies, who do not give bat. Okay, real talk, I was also frustrated with that boss. On stream, I had to do it multiple times. I think having to use Cutter is very frustrating. It really, really slows things down to a crawl. Like, it was kind of cool, but it got frustrating. I didn't remember having a hard time with it my first time. But then there were other things my first time, like the robot enemy. I had to fight a bunch of times my first time. Yeah, I think that the next 2D Kirby is going to be very experimental. I don't think they're going to do a very generic one. I could picture them really going out there with the next 2D one. Especially since our first, like, new 2D content since Forgotten Land is Magolor Epilogue. I feel like they have a lot of ideas now. But I am really looking forward to... I don't know which I'm looking forward to more. I guess whichever comes out first, but, yeah, I love Forgotten Land, but it wouldn't take much change for a sequel to it to be, like, even better for me. Forgotten Land's really special, but I would love to see more space or more Planet Popstar stuff. Like, I think the real world thing is, like, artistic and cool, and it, like, gives a certain vibe, but I would prefer to see more surreal locations in the next game. That's my big thing. Hoi, Teardrop YouTube. Oh, I'm being smushed. We are slaying. We are slaying. This is my favorite game of all time. I have decided to stream it for my birthday month. Yeah, so this is actually the 1-year anniversary of the remake of this game, and I do like that game. I am not opposed to that game, but I do prefer the original, so I wanted to share it with some of my friends and let those good Wii graphics take over. That is so bold and so brave and so accurate. Who is talking it up? There's a video on YouTube right now that's like, Kirby cutscenes used to be so much better. And for me, in my opinion, the best cutscenes that I know are Kirby 64, because they do so much to establish characters. But this person was saying that the series peak was Epic Yarn with Prince Fluff. And it's been a while since I played Epic Yarn. I kind of wanted to replay it this winter, but I just didn't. And I could see what they mean. I'd have to replay the game myself. But it seems like Prince Fluff is like sneaky great. I gotta think, I mean, Kirby has so much side media that I bet Prince Fluff has kind of been worked into the canon, but it's tricky because I almost feel like if you're not in Star Allies, then my confidence goes down about you ever coming back. But I bet you there's like Kirby light novels that have Fluff. I mean, they all have Fluff, but like Prince Fluff. I bet there's like a light novel or something. I bet he's working his way in. I mean, I think he has a sticker in Dream Buffet or whatever. I think he gets into that world. So he may be, but he is tricky because he started off as a character from, oh goodness gracious. Well, now I understand why we got rid of this. Yeah, he started off as a character from Goodfield Company's game, the people who are making Epic Yarn. So it might be one that Hal isn't sure about using, but once you've been in a Kirby game, like, you gotta think he's part enough of the roster to come back. Yeah, the light novel seems like it. It could be a place. Am I gonna redo this? There's a shocking amount of leaving Kirby to die in this series. I want to redo this room. Then again, I could also not, and we could replay more Onion Ocean later. I'm not exactly opposed. Oh, wait. Oh, it's this. It's not even the rock. What does the rock thing even get you? Oh, man, if only I can never remember what the answer is to this. It might just be the straightforward one. This is another beautiful room. These colors are delightful. What are my odds, chat? Are they gonna let me back in? No. Yes! Yes. But those stars look more fun. Okay, now I don't think I'm on the good end. I don't think I'm on the good end. I'm not. Okay, so it's not center. That's one of those things I would like write down and tuck into my game case. Very few things make you do that, but that is one of them. Where I want to know the answer before I replay the game. No. We don't do promos. Yeah, that's not gonna be a thing. Yeah. Okay, new assignment, chat. One more ability to give the Monster Flame, Snowball Ice, Large Sword type Return to Dreamland Mega ability treatment to. What would it be? How would it function? Yeah, it's like after a while you get kind of just like a muscle memory about how to do these memorization type things, like that one room. But that's a muscle memory that builds through multiple playthroughs. And this is like my 7th playthrough and I don't remember. I think for me, well no, I haven't given any thought to this. Mega Bomb? I don't know about Mega Bomb. Mega Bomb sounds like a puzzle solution. I don't think you could do like a big fun move like this with it. It would just be a large bomb. Or maybe Mega Bomb would be a tank. Like the Kirby Return to our Epic Yarn transformation. Mega Water. Mega Water, you ride a tidal wave to the right. I mean, you could also do like a hydro pump and just make it look like this, but that's boring. There's scrapped data for Mega Cutter. I don't exactly know what that would be. Just a big cutter, I guess. Wait, what is Mega Spark? I don't think we have Mega Spark. Mega Spark could turn it into like a shmup section. Like Mega Spark could become kind of like UFO, where you can just like shoot endlessly. Maybe you can like float a little bit. That's how I picture that. Mega Wheel, yeah, I think you're right about that. They could design areas around it, like big race courses. Mega Rock I can't picture, but I trust that. Oh my god, Elfilin is incredible. I think, I mean, maybe since Prince Fluff, not knowing Prince Fluff, I think Elfilin is the best character that they've made since like Kirby 64. Or like, sorry, the villains I know people love. People love the villains for those other games, but I think in terms of like friend characters and characters to adventure with, like Elfilin is the best thing they've made since like, yeah, Kirby 64. Elfilin's amazing. And I love this room. Arr. Oh, that's actually Beam. That's actually Beam. But it really could have been either, couldn't it? You know, Parasol's almost too good. I want to struggle a little bit. I want to use these spears. Hi, Juno! I'm happy to see you. Ah. Juno, how many copy abilities can you name at this point? I'm giving everybody copy ability quizzes. I want to crowdsource some fun ideas. And now I'm curious how many you've learned over your years of knowing Kirby. There we go. Okay, even Spear goes relatively quickly. Yeah, I think Mega Spark or Mega Plasma would be more of like a laser beam type thing. Hello, Berto's Cracker. Berto's Cracker. Hello. How close was I to the mic when I said that? Bass boosted. We're in the workshop. We're making mega versions of new abilities. It's not really as fun as I thought it would be. I'm like, surely this will be a lot of fun. But I'm like, oh, Mega Spark. It'd be like Spark, but Mega. Like, this is... I mean, going from fire to a straight line of fire is pretty neat. Especially with the Kirby Air Ride lore implications. But, Mega Sword, yeah, that's just a big sword. Mega Hammer is a lot of fun. I give them that. I was wondering, how many copy abilities can you name, Juno? How many copy abilities have you learned? Oh gosh. Well, that first one is like an auto-scroller. That's kind of tricky. Oh, Mega Leaf! Yes! No, I like that. I think the idea of using trees would make it really fun. Maybe like a big version of the Magolor ability, where you make the needles grow from beneath you. I think having an ability that grows from beneath you and covers a lot of the screen based on maybe like how much you charge or how much you shake the remote. Not to bring that back into existence. That might be fun. Hello, Robbie. We are crowdsourcing ideas for new mega abilities and how they would work. We've thought of like, I don't know, I think Mega Laser, or Mega Spark. I feel like that could be like a short shmup section where you get like a fast, strong, shooty type move, kind of like I mean, in a way that becomes Mega UFO, but I guess like, yeah. But I'm picturing Spark being like something like that. Yeah, Mega Wheel, Big Wheel, I don't know. I think you just have to work the abilities. You have to work the level around it, basically. Yeah, that ending is crazy. Fire, Spark, Plasma, Wheel, Animal! That's such a good one! Bow and Arrow, Sword Cutter, Bomb, Ice. That's a great... That's actually... I would play the game that is just those abilities you named. That feels like a more fun version, like an alternate reality for what we could have gotten in the late 90s. No, we don't have a Discord here. Everything is just... We just function off the YouTube. Gosh, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Actually, no. I have had such a hard time buying the right snacks for my lifestyle. I eat snacks so quickly, or I find that they're not filling enough. Yada yada yada. I'm always needing snacks. It's not a money thing. It's a strategy thing. I have a snack I can eat. That isn't the snacks I brought for this. Though I would like to say, I searched really hard. I went to like 7 different konbinis looking for nuts and wafers for these 2 levels, and I was almost gonna eat some of the Ferrero Rochers my mom sent me from America, which are really good and have hazelnut. But I found last night this very fancy package of wafer cookies, some of which are hazelnut. They look so decadent. I really wailed because it's these levels, and I've said before they're my favorite levels of any video game. So I wailed. And I have these very, very nice chocolate wafer cookie things to eat. But I'm gonna eat a fig bar first, because that's gonna be a little better for the belly. Magic bounce on Mega Absol. Well, I feel like we could do Mega Mirror, and it would probably be kind of emo in that Absol way. Like, Mirror just kind of has this emo thing going on. Mega Mirror. I mean, just having more reflective things would be pretty cool. Like, we could build a level around just, like, big reflection. I think Mega Mirror, I want to see just for, like, another design of Mirror. Which makes me kind of just want Mirror back in the next Kirby game and have them do copy ability upgrades again. Because I kind of just want to see redesigns for some of these abilities. Yeah, they're really good. They're really good, aren't they? Yeah, Mega Leaf could have Wispy Woodses. Maybe the Wispy Woods babies. Okay, quick break. All right. Noreen raises a good question. What video games are you playing? Woo! Why would we laugh at you for playing Kirby Superstar and Kirby 64? We were just talking about those games. Those are peak gaming experiences. People are going to laugh at me. No. I like that. That's very supportive. That's very comforting. I appreciate that. Hello. I can't read your name too clearly. All right. Well, here we go. Strap in, folks. It's White Wafer. Man. Yeah. Wow. It's been a year. It's been a year already since I last played the remake, so I don't have a perfect point of comparison. But I remember very strongly feeling like I disliked the remake visuals on this level more than any of the other ones, which is heartbreaking because this is my favorite Kirby level. So you've got like these ice blocks rotating out in the background. You've got these like ice cream bushes. I've never even noticed this. These bushes look so much like ice cream. There's frozen crystal volcanoes. There's so many different colors. We've been talking about how a lot of the colors in the foregrounds and inside the walls kind of got smunched and just kind of like merged into one color in the remake for some reason. And I really appreciate coming back. These colors are nuts. And it feels good for a lot of the same reasons that Shiver Star is good. And the music is really similar to Shiver Star too. I kind of only picked up Kirby 64. It was my last new mainline Kirby game to even play. Because I knew this song was similar to Shiver Star, and Shiver Star does feature later. So I was like, what is Shiver Star? I can't believe how far that punch sent that guy. I didn't realize they have like knockback-ish abilities or features in this game. Like I even noticed, I think some mega abilities were sending dudes at the camera, which I thought was new. I thought that was new for a return remake. Bam. Oh dear. Here we go. Yeah, this is when the food starts getting really tasty looking too. The cakes are amazing. Strawberry shortcake, very good. This tea just looks amazing. You can see like the cream art in there. Oh, sorry to the noodle bowl. Yeah, yeah. These two worlds, delicious looking food. Sorry, I'm being attacked by the nuts. The nuts and the wafers together are a very dry combination, so my throat is a little scratchy while playing these levels. Oh, we need ice. But we do not have water. They're melty! They're melty! Oh wow, that got frozen without breaking. Arrgh! There's some like, this is like things you notice on playthrough 8. There was like some subtle texturing on that dragon's skin, that fire enemy. He looked quite lizardly. Look at this, that tree is so detailed. It has white smudges to make it even more messy and drippy. Bam. I feel like those enemies probably took a break between the Dreamland games and this game. These wild boar types. I feel like we probably didn't see them when I was a kid. Yeah, they definitely were not in Squeak Squad or Amazing Mirror, and they weren't in Superstar, so. Got the ice queen. Oh wait, here we go. I didn't realize this was level 1. So we have a sequence with cannons and bananas. which I am incapable as reading as anything other than a Donkey Kong reference. I mean, the boss of this world even is a monkey. Spoilers. Wow, wait, look at the sky here. Look at the sky here. There's tiny, tiny, like, pulsing star effects, and they kind of just merge into the snow effects. There's snowflakes and stars, and they're all just together. Yeah, the atmosphere is so different. I don't remember the remake feeling this way. Thanks, Teardrop. No, yeah, I've been streaming, we're coming up on 2 years, and my streams have never gotten more than like 6 viewers, but I like to think of it as a hidden gem. Like if you're in a city, some of the best food places don't even have room for seating more than 7 people, and they have no ambition of changing that. They just make good food, and the people who know come. And most of the regulars in the mods are just my friends, so it's like, we have a good time regardless. But when people do wander in, it's like, how'd you even find us? Yeah, down here, there's even more bananas. Yeah, this right here, Donkey Kong, baby. We die. We die. Oh, this is nuts! This is Nutso Central Station. Like, the way that just gave me a setup to do a star bullet thing. Like, who does this? Every Kirby game designer has completely forgotten to include star bullets in their game design since Dreamland. Why does this game specifically have so many good star bullet segments? I adore it. It's just getting crazier and crazier. Now that it's not even just the Doomers, now that it's also like just in white wafers, like, y'all are spoiling me. Thanks, Robbie. I'll use that for marketing Celeste Month next year. Well, see, that's fair, because I love game music, so it's not that I post game music, but YouTube is correct for doing that, because I am a big game music fan. Yeah, yeah. I don't know how much monkeys continue to be relevant in Dragon Ball, but I only ever read the beginning where Goku is a kid and has a monkey tail, so to me, Dragon Ball is very monkey. And for that reason, this whole world is very monkey and very Dragon Ball. Dang, and here we are. Just snowfall. Just big crystal pillars. Noreen, I need to hear all of your thoughts and feelings going through here. I need to. I've been looking forward to this for so long. Yeah, the finale, like, jump puzzle thing, not puzzle, the finale jump game is a lot more beautiful in 3DS, but it's still a very good one right there. Look at that little muffin. Look at that little muffin mountain back there with the red. It looks so good. It's like a vanilla cupcake with strawberry sprinkles. Lesser gamers wouldn't have the fine skills to notice a detail such as that. So be sure to like and subscribe. Tell all your friends. Unless they suck. Leave them at home. And then we got the reflective song, because it's just the best game in the world. Like, I've never really intellectualized why this is so good, but I'm kind of trying to. Yes! And then we have these motherfuckers. Oh my gosh. Look at this nonsense! Boston cream, am I right? Boston cream. Ah! Like, there's no way those things exist in any games besides this and Kirby 64. Oh, ninja. Right, ninja is a thing here. I'm using a Wii U, which means that I'm technically using a Wii emulator. Oh no, that's not true. You pull it up as software, but it is technically a full Wii inside the Wii U. So I'm using a Wii. It just lives inside of a Wii U. White wafer is very cold. Be sure to get warm. But I will say, when you love where you are... Oh, this really is a ninja puzzle. When you love where you are, it can be kind of fun to be cold. I went to Hokkaido, and it's a lot colder than where I live. And I was like, oh yeah, it's cold. Like, it was so exciting to be cold. For the whole weekend, honestly. I bundled up really well because I knew it was gonna be cold. But I was just like, oh man, it's so cold. And now I get cold and I'm like, oh my god, this is just like Sapporo. So, I'm used to being colder than I want to be in like New England. But when you go on vacation to a cold place, good cold. That's the white wafer kind of cold. Unless you're a local, in which I'm sorry. Yeah, I remember I was trying to talk to you about the difference. I didn't really understand it, but I started to pay more attention to the backgrounds, and then yeah, the colors really seem like the biggest change. If white wafer turned hot, I don't think these walls would collapse. This beautiful rainbow thing with a slight wave effect, making it look beautiful like a frozen piece of oil, might melt. I don't think any residents are made of ice. No, the snowball people are made of ice. This unspeakably beautiful frozen crystal waterfall would have an issue. These beautiful pulsing lights may have some issues. Peace. This hallway would be a lot safer if it were hot here, but I'm not going to say that and wish doom upon the residents. Oh, speaking of ninja, Naruto live action. There's so many insane, hard-to-believe live-action things happening that it's hard to even process that Naruto wasn't already announced. Maybe it was already announced, but it's new to me. I'm kind of excited, because I'm at the point of anything that comes out and seems sus is probably going to be funny. See you then! Is that all? Is that the puzzle? Okay. A tea and a sando. Meow. Meow. Yeah, you are a Kirby 64, living your best life as a water ability. You're a Luigi's Mansion elemental ghost, coming out of a water pitcher in an abandoned back room where Aunt Petunia used to make cookies. Okay, I think this road would be impassable if it got warm. These mountains would crumble to dust. I think there'd be a big flood if it got warm here. Oh. We good? We gooch? Are we gooch patooch? Am I aiming for something? Not really. I feel like I accomplished something. Oh. Yeah, that guy could audition for slime. If he has a green cousin, send him my way. Oh wow, it looks like the cleats... Never mind. Yeah, the cleats extend when you jump. They're very short spikes on the ground. Then you jump and they extend. Subscribe for more fast facts and knowledge. Make it gay. Make a slime and make it gay. Gay slime video game? They really are listening. Well, with the amount that Nintendo's been listening to Arlo's channel, I think Kirby Halken should start listening to me. Though as noted, only 4 people watch my streams. As long as Jonathan Halkan is one of them. Okay. Send your kindest friends. If they are mean, and they are rude and disrespectful, I'll tell them you sent me. I mean, yeah, you sent me. Oh yeah, they could make Naruto gay. They should make Shikamaru yearn. Just like throwing darts at a board. Make Shikamaru yearning for Naruto. And it's all told from his perspective, like some kind of Victorian novel. It's gonna be like, you might be wondering how I became the stand-in Hokage 50 years later. Well, a long time ago, a little ramen-loving boy wanted to be president of a war nation. Yeah, send them, make them kind. Look, I'm gonna do this with just Rock, because Rock is so good. Like, they just did such a good job with Rock in these modern games, and now it's gone. Look how fancy Super Bonkers is, though. Look at his flare pants with flares. They're flaming flare pants. Look at this pink hammer. He's really living it up now that he knows he's bi. Yes! That's such a good time to replay. I am still working on my 3rd replay. My sister does not play games very much, but she got a craving to play Kirby. And I got her on Forgotten Land, and she's loving it. It is so fun to watch. Yes! Triple Deluxe is so good. Yeah, if they bite, I'm gonna bite back. They're like, how are you biting sonically? And it'll be like, well, the microphone is taking damage. Yeah, Kirby Triple Deluxe is amazing. It's like, it's not my first recommendation if you're not a pre-existing Kirby fan, but it is a great game if you are. I mean, at the same time, if you want a one-and-done game to just get, like, generic Kirby vibes, you could certainly do worse, but most people would say play, like, the ones your friend played, like, this. Well, not everybody would jump to this first. I think it's a pretty good start. I think that's a sign of class. But Planet Robobot, Forgotten Land, yeah. And Superstar. People love Amazing Mirror, too. I certainly like Amazing Mirror. It's like the one that I've probably played the most, so I'm kind of tired of it, because it was my first one. But I got it in the mail from America, and my dad sent me my Game Boy, because I want to buy some Japanese Game Boy games. I was debating buying a Japanese, like an entire Super Nintendo, but I was like, meh, I don't know. And now I'm just going to buy a couple, like, non-region locked Game Boy games, because the cases are beautiful. And there's actually a lot of stuff that didn't get localized that era, so I wanted my Game Boy. And I was like, well, if I'm getting my Game Boy, I should take Amazing Mirror. So I was very happy to see it arrive safely. These are really detailed little owls. They have very nice little masks with like 5 colors. Oh, you're going down. I'm welcome at Wonderia. We're all welcome at Wonderia. Will this put me in the hole? No. The more I play these sequences, I'm like, you really made Kirby Dreamland 2. You made a black and white game with no copy abilities and all spitting. Yeah, I have to say, that tea and that snack are doing me good. I have the stamina now. Yeah! if you like Kirby Triple Deluxe music, there's a YouTuber called Azifly, Azifly, and he makes amazing Kirby symphonies and arrangements and melodies, medleys and stuff. And he just made the Triple Deluxe one. And I kid you not, like, I like to listen to his Kirby 64 one because it's relaxing. But his Triple Deluxe one is like entirely action. It's like all hype. Literally half of the hour-long medley is all final boss music from the final area. Like, there's so much good final boss music between Royal Road and the multiple stages of fighting Sectonia that like half of the thing is dedicated to final boss music. Which, like, you know, I would have taken more of the other stuff too. But oh my god, watching it live for the first time with a bunch of Kirby fans, it was so fun being in chat. It was such a good memory. Everyone was so friggin' hyped. We were spamming flower emotes for Queen Sectonia. It was so good. So good. I didn't used to care too much about Sectonia and Taranza and all that stuff, but music changes you. Music makes you care. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff. I like Shadow DDD. I like all that stuff. I like the masked DDD with like the pole axe and everything. Very, very cool sequence. Epic Yarn is sweet. Yeah, Superstars a lot. I was very driven and had already played all the flagship games as a kid. Actually, yeah, I did the GBA games and Squeak Squad when Superstar came out, Ultra came out. So I was like very much like, I'm gonna do all this. And I did do like True Arena and everything with rock spamming. My friend and I worked on it. And that was a good memory. Look at this background. I haven't really been paying attention to how the nebulous space backgrounds are changing, but this one is nice as flapjacks. Okay, Noreen, or anybody in chat, what enemy, granted there's no mass melting of white wafer, what enemy from this area that we've met so far would you most want to be? Which one do you want to adopt the lifestyle of? I think the Knuckle Joes have something going on. I think maybe the Knuckle Joes and the Biosparks, the fighter enemies and the ninja enemies. I don't know what's going on here. Like, we don't go to a fight club, but between Goliath, and the prominence of ninja and fighter, I feel like there's a strong martial arts community here, and I'd like to be a part of it. Because, like, yeah, like you could be a blob of snow and wander around in the snow, but I think there's a strong community here that's been honing their skills, and I think that sounds very interesting. Because you can be a martial artist anywhere, but why is the culture so strong in this region? Yeah, is it getting more Aurora flavored? Yeah, it's fun to be Chili. Chili gets to dance around. It looks fun. And look, his dad is here. So the final boss of the main story, or the new final boss in Magalore mode? Cause like, I've never put my mind on ranking the final boss of Magalore mode, but it was really epic, especially for owners of Switch free-to-play games that I don't even find that fun. But it did feel fun knowing that stuff. Yeah, that sounds good. Also, if this place did get warm, not saying it will, you'd be one of the few people that would be fine, Noreen, if this place melted. Wait, oh my gosh! I didn't even realize at the bottom of this waterfall area is a beautiful pool, and there's ripples. Look beneath the 6 blocks of ice. There's multicolored ripples! There's multicolored ripples! These stalagmites are dropping rainbow! This is beautiful! Oh my gosh! I usually don't like put my nose down and savor every detail this much, but where was I supposed to get fire? Where on earth is I supposed to get fire? But I don't know, when I'm streaming, maybe because of Kirby 64, I'm like sniffing out every single detail to savor it. Julie's dad has been killed. Main story? Yeah, it is a really good final boss, and the arena is very beautiful. It makes me very emotional, even though I'm not very emotional about this game's story. It's beautiful. It is a really good one. I think it's a fair contender. It's a top tier ending. Right? I don't understand, but it's here. It's just here for some reason. It's like the deep lore of Shiverstar is that this was like a frozen nuclear Earth. The deep lore of White Wafers is that this is actually Fight Club. Niji Ito Stalagmite. Their 6th album. This is a beautiful door! This door is beautiful with the water and the ripples. See, I don't have time to do more than 2 worlds if I'm doing these worlds, because I'm gonna be like stopping every 2 seconds. What the hell are those? What are these things? They're drippy and they're frozen. What? And there's flowers? And they're moving? What are these? These are like SpongeBob-ass objects. What is that? There's like a shadow of a 3-part swirl moving in the background. Am I hallucinating? It looked like this yeah, look in the background. There's this like Legend of Zelda Furor's Pearl ass thing moving. There's like a shadow. It just crossed right here. Do you see it? It's crossing into the background. What the fuck is that? Who puts details like that in their video game? All of these bubbles rising. What is this? Look at these things. What are these things? What? Am I hallucinating them? There's these Zelda-ass tattoos just like floating through the water. What kind of detail is that? What kind of detail is that? What art house indie game is this? That's, wow, oh my gosh. No wonder this world had such a magical pull on me for so many years. Yeah, it's got octopus vibes. It looks like a 3-part swirl, like exactly like a Zelda symbol. If you're hallucinating, I am too. I don't know. I mean, this is, I always talk up how much effort goes into the visuals of Kirby games. Like, no expenses spared. And you know what? I'm gonna bring out my master's degree here and say that I think it is partially because Kirby is one of the best intersections of games with mascot culture, and I've talked about this a little bit. A lot of the prettiest games, in my opinion, are ones that you'll find that are like, I don't know, like I can't think of great examples because I'm not very well versed in this genre, but I bought this game that's like a very silly game that was on clearance. That's just like a fortune teller kind of like silly check-in game with like dolly dress-up elements made for little girls, and it has this very strong visual aesthetic identity, and the details that they put into making it like so beautiful are out of this world. I feel like there are situations where in Japan, characters will get like no expense spared, super well detailed, beautifully charming worlds if they're kind of geared towards like girls and young women in the mascot space. Like the most high quality luxury like items, like makeup and stuff like that, like Kirby merch compared to Pokemon merch. Pokemon merch is geared towards kids. So like Gyarados plushies don't have to be the most beautiful things in the world. They just have to be Gyarados. But if you look at all the Kirby merch can be so detailed and so artistic and so beautiful because that's what Sanrio merch is like. Because cute mascots like Kirby that have their own cafes kind of have their own culture of high quality consumer products. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's partially why the history of making Kirby really fun to play and really beautiful has continued for so long, because it's an appealing product that like I think you can get into even if you're not a big gamer, not simply because the difficulty is low, but also because it's so beautiful. I think it's a little bit hard to make that connection, and I want to learn more about it, but in my opinion, I could picture the developers at Kirby being like, okay, Kirby products have to be beautiful. They have to be really charming, like no expense spared, make it as charming as possible. I think that could kind of be why. Of course, it's not far-fetched, but there's a bit of a tough connection to make there. Was I supposed to have Spear this whole time? Was I supposed to have Spear this whole time? Yeah! What kind of Kirby plush? Does your Kirby plush have like a copy ability? I grabbed my Elfalin. My Elfalin has been to many cities in Japan now. He's very well traveled, but he's not been to White Wafer. So I thought that I should change that. Oh, is that designing for Friendship, King DDD? I think that was designing for Friendship, King DDD. I'm waiting with bated breath for designing for Meta Knight. I don't know what it's gonna be. Broken? No, yeah, so there's a video. I think the channel is called Designing For. They have designing for King DDD, designing for Waddle Dee, designing for Kirby, and they talk about King DDD's character progression. And even though Kirby doesn't have like a timeline, King DDD has gone from being a rival to a friend pretty clearly throughout all the different Kirby media. So now they have to possess him all the time to make him be evil. Sleep! That's so pog. I have a little figure for that. The song! We're going crazy now. Okay, here's an issue. That piece of ice in the background that's a cylinder looks like a support beam. So this area may be having a hard time if White Wafer gets warmed up. Yeah, I am waiting with bated breath for designing for Meta Knight, because heaven knows he was designed for some greater purpose. These things don't have a spawner. They were just spawning off screen. Okay. They're spawning like enemies. Oh, I'm in danger. We die. Oh my god, these ripples! We're closer to the colorful ripples. You can see them down there. Yet another side order connection. I wish I already put out my side order video so I could reference stuff from it. What? Yeah, sneaky fave. Oh my god, look at Kirby's silhouette. You can see his eyes. I really like that. I can't climb, can I? Oh, I can. Oh, but I need fire. Now we're puzzling. Now we're puzzling. Watch this. Oh, wait, crap. Wait. 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 Wait, I want to do the... There's another move. I'm completely... We die. That's so embarrassing. I wanted to do the fire spin, but I forgot how to do it. Ugh. Yeah, so like, yeah, I don't know. Kirby merch is just so beautiful. Like, there's so much high quality Kirby merch that I would not be surprised if there is a, like, focus at making visually appealing, like, sensually appealing games at HAL. Because, I mean, they always just have been some of the most beautiful games on their respective consoles. They always have been. And that's why I feel like they hold up really well. Because, like, nobody ever considers them girls' games or anything. But, like, a lot of time, girls' games can be, like, are the prettiest games with, like, the least good gameplay. I feel like Kirby is, like, one of the most successful series to, like, kind of prioritize feel over gameplay to some degree. Although I think they're getting a lot better at that. I mean, Kirby gameplay is pretty damn good. I have a couple opinions about that. Playing Kirby games more than damn near anything. Because, like, Kirby is not, like, targeted to just girls. Like, that's definitely not the thing. But it has a lot of the sensibilities of things that are, and it brings it into a more general gaming space, which I think is very cool. Yeah. Right, yeah, like, Kirby gameplay can be criticized as being overly simple, but, like, it's not unintentional. how it feels to be Kirby. Well, it's actually quite simple. I personally think 3D Kirby gameplay is the most like, oh crap, like objectively impressive gameplay in the series. Like, I think they balanced everything really, really well. From puzzles to action and all that, like, oh crap. I just feel like general game speak, I feel like 3D Kirby is the most impressive. 2D Kirby is my favorite, but 3D Kirby, I'm just amazed how addictive, how smooth it is, how exciting it is. Like, I genuinely think they've got something great here. And this is going to be a whole new future with 2 different parts to the series. Crap. Oh, I need to... Okay. Punished for my genius. Yeah, kind of like one of my biggest metrics of grading Kirby games is how integrated are the puzzles. I really enjoy these sequences because you don't have to stop the action to do a fun, thoughtful puzzle. Whereas a lot of times in 2D games, you have to stop and go to a puzzle room, and that often commits the greatest offense of all, which is... Whoa, he was invincible. Which is changing the music. I just hate when music changes in a game. When I'm liking a song, I want it to stay. Like, I don't want to go to the dinky puzzle room music. Like, I just want to enjoy the music that I'm hearing. And yeah, just that kind of like halt in the action is so annoying to me. But Forgotten Land really integrates them well. Like, it's got puzzle rooms, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me, honestly. Maybe it's just me. But I feel like it has a good flow, better than most games. Wait, come on! Arrgh. Oh, we're sending him. That Wallaby is too cute. I'm not killing him. Oh, water. Arrgh. Oh no. We're good. Thank goodness, I was famished. Another solid level in Kirby White Wafer. Oh shoot! Yeah, you're getting it, because it's literally just a it's such a direct translation. Because, like, we could still change things. They could drop the, like, level world structure. They could drop the collectible structure. They could drop a lot of stuff. But most of it is literally just packed up and moved from how these 2D modern games already were. And, like, I don't know. Obviously, I would enjoy a 3D Kirby exploration Metroidvania game as much as the next person, but I do really enjoy the normal format. This is what Splatoon content is mostly like, sometimes with more freedom of choosing. But I like levels and worlds. I like levels and worlds for sure, so I wouldn't mind if it continues this way, but they have a lot of freedom to change things up too. One thing is 3D Zelda, now that we're like 25 years into that, it has gotten more and more different from what 2D Zelda was, to the point 2D Zelda feels like retro. So it's possible there could be a day where 3D Kirby evolves and changes so much that Forgotten Land becomes distinct not just as like the post-apocalypse one, but as the one that most felt like a 2D Kirby turned 3D, which I've never thought about before this conversation. Because that's what I like about Ocarina of Time. That was the first 3D Zelda, and it was basically the Forgotten Land of Kirby, which is funny because usually people say the opposite when they're talking about those games. But yeah, I like Ocarina because it feels the most like a 3D 2D game. Someday we're probably gonna say that about Kirby Forgotten Land, which I never thought about. I mean, I knew I'd always be nostalgic about it because just a lot of good memories about that era. Like, you know, like Kirby 30 was really good. Like the concert and stuff was really good. And it really fit. It hit at the right time. The themes hit at the right time for me. But there'll probably be another day where like Forgotten Land gets a second wind because like, yeah, it's just so much like 2D Kirby, and it might be the most like 2D Kirby of everything to come. But at the same time, I think 2D Kirby is probably going to innovate a lot more than 2D Zelda has. 2D Zelda has not innovated that much. It's kind of stuck in the past, but then at the same time gets like overly experimental, and it's very annoying. What is going on? Don't worry, we enjoy this level of attention. Yeah, Jim NFL, please obey the rules. We don't have no promos written anywhere, but please no promos. I'm not sure what else got muted, but it sounds like you need to maybe reel it in a bit. Thank you to the mods for helping out. Yeah, yeah, certainly my favorite ones are 2.5D. It's a very nice visual style. It's funny because like I love pixel art and stuff. Oh shoot. Oh well, we just have to replay all this. I love pixel art and stuff, but a lot of my favorite games are 2.5D. It's a fun vibe. Donkey Kong games, very good in 2.5D. This is always tricky. And the way the noise is just like dweeb. Oh. Got time to master it, maybe? Don't mock me. Up next, 4D Kirby. When I was a kid, oh my god, I got almost no gears for that level. That is unique. When I was a kid, 3D movies were like a thing, and some things, like Disney World, would be like, okay, get ready for 4D. Smell. Like, there is this sense that, like, we were getting senses and dimensions confused. It's like, okay, so one-dimensional is a line. Two-dimensional is like a, you know, a side-scrolling thing, or a classic cartoon. Three-dimensional is polygons. Four-dimensional is touch. Like, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, Disney would be like, your seat will rumble. You will smell Pumbaa's asshole. And it was like, oh, so that's what 4D is. Like, no. 4D is like time. Like, the fourth dimension is like extremely theoretical. I wouldn't be horribly surprised if Nintendo worked VR into the Switch too, but they've already done like the Virtual Boy and Labo. I feel like they can't do it their way. At this point, they're probably not going to do it a more normal way, because it seems like VR has settled into being kind of a niche thing as is, so I kind of don't think they're going to take a risk like that, even if they are notorious risk takers. It's like, I feel like, honestly, in their selfish way, like, if they can't innovate it on their own, they probably won't bother. And if it's not looking, like, financially safe to just, like, slide into casually, it probably won't happen. But if it happens, I could picture them doing quite a lot with it. What, is theoretical smell not interesting enough for physicists? Wow, that's awesome. Jazz is so cool. I played jazz a lot when I was growing up. I wasn't a big fan or anything, but I know a lot about it. Lately? I mean, I am always listening to similar stuff, but stuff that I'm listening to lately that's different, bam, is Frutiger Aero. That's a really popular trend recently, is Frutiger Aero is what we're calling, like, all of the, like, futuristic but kind of warm aesthetic of the 2000s, like Xbox 360. The way everything was very futuristic and clean and like cyber, but very warm and green. Picture like Windows, like the various Windows OSs of the 2000s, where you would have like a fish tank looking little square bubble around your user icon, and your user icon would be like a generic picture of a sea turtle. Like that kind of like sterile but warm vibe. That's Fruitiger Arrow. And the music has been a lot of like Nintendo menu music and just like passive, chill, computery music, but with like a warm, natural twist, which is addictive. I'm a fan of Vaporwave, which is like that, but like soul crushing. So this is a very nice mix, and it's been very relaxing. Pikmin can kind of hit a similar vibe. There's a really good mix of like a lot of game music that's called like I don't know, maybe Y2K, or like not Y2K, like DS era Fruitiger Arrow mix. And the thumbnail is like a Chow playing on its DS, and really good stuff. Really good stuff. Oh yeah, I'm not listening to music right now. And here we have Fight Club, where they're fighting over this chocolate cake. This chocolate cake is like my favorite. I love these cakes. I feel like they only show up in Worlds 4 and 5, and they're like literally the icing on top. Also, these Bottle Ds. These are from Dreamland 3, I realize, but they just do not show up outside of this room in Dreamland 3. They're so funny. Yeah, Fluffy. Fluffy's a very big vibe with J-pop. Cute. They were trapped there willingly. Oh, this is a good room. Oh my gosh, the Waddle Dee's dreaming. Those dudes remind me of the toy level in Triple Deluxe. I feel like there's a lot of like purple soldiers. There's like them, and then like the archers are kind of purple soldiery guys. Well, I'm kind of screwed. Oh no! Okay, I didn't mean to die. No, not all of Idol music for sure. But like when the goal is to make your heart go Kira Kira Doki Doki, that's fluffy as hell. I was shuffling like popular in Japan last night, which like I do not ever do in America. I have no interest in American popular music at all. I've always been a stupid contrarian. But I was listening to just like top hits, because like the only popular artist I know in Japan is, well, there's the K-pop stuff, but like YOASOBI, like the guy who makes like, I don't know, all kinds of anime stuff. Like the only truly popular song I know is Idol from Oshinoko. But I'm like, there must be more. And man, there's some really slapping rock that's like trendy in Japan right now. Really good rock music. I don't often like, I mean, I used to not like the general vocal style for rock in America either, or like Brit rock, like dad rock and stuff. I used to not have any interest in that. Like my dad liked Van Halen, and I never liked that because I didn't like the vocals. But yeah, so that kind of kept me out of J-rock for a while too. Like Japanese, like, I don't know, there's been a certain sound that's been popular for the last decade that I associate with like Boku no Hero, like openings and stuff. And it's just kind of not my thing. But I was listening again to just like popular rock in Japan, and man, there's some good stuff. Really, really good stuff. It is fun. Maybe one of my sneaky favorite things about Japan is liking the same stuff as a lot of people. Because a lot of the stuff I like is usually so like off the beaten path in America. But like I listen to just like the stuff everybody likes, so like the games everybody's playing and like the stuff everybody's watching in Japan. And a lot of it actually does speak to me, which is like such a break. It's so nice to actually like what's popular. Well, I don't listen to many radios. My only pulse on what is popular is what plays at the schools. Because they can choose their own songs for the radio. And the one song like every single kid knows is Idol by YOASOBI. My friend did polling to figure out what people like for music, and she said that it seems like people are very shy about liking Vocaloid, even though it's popular. So I don't think I do. I don't hear a lot of Vocaloid, but like I don't know all the avenues to hear popular music, you know. I just have like what my kids choose, and then this one Spotify playlist, which is mostly just like normal like pop and rock bands, like you'd expect. Yeah, my sister, she sent me a text that was like, why do these fire dogs want to hurt me? And I'm like, fire dogs? I was thinking about the fire enemies, like the Shotso guys or whatever they're called. But I realized she probably read Woofies as fire themed because they kind of have a fire look to them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I've listened to a little bit of all those artists, Noreen. Yeah, I think this might be the part where we start to see like a little bit of a town in the background. What a good obstacle right here. The polite way he stands aside. Heaviness. Oh wait, I don't think I actually know much about the mechanic of heaviness from Kirby 64. I kind of don't think I do. Oh yeah, we're very much... Wow! It's almost like ruins. It's just like walls. It's just walls of ice. I've never really taken that in before. It's like the outline of a city. And yeah, the golden lights hanging off those little Jack Skellington hills is pretty good, huh? Oh, I missed a Greer. Oh no, we have to play more White Wafer next week. Oh no, I'll have to save some stacks. Arrgh! We die. I was too fancy. My brain is clearly becoming poisoned by being a YouTube creator, because I was like, I don't know what to say. Oh, I should remind everybody to go watch the collab video. Like, what? Selling out to the man. So yeah, you should go watch my collab video. It's on my buddy that I met through Max's Servers channel. I do a quick 1 minute 30-second thing about my favorite little game, Octo Expansion, which is actually my first time on the internet talking about Octo Expansion, I think, besides like comments on stream. I quite like it, and his video is really, really good. It's all about UI, the evolution of Spoon. Very, very well edited, very, very thorough. Eye-opening, you might even say. Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, I can picture what you mean. Wow. I wonder how that would translate to 3D. That might be where you feel the impact the most. What if they nerf the dodge roll a little bit? Because right now it's either a full dodge roll or you can't dodge roll at all with like the shield for whatchamacallit? I don't know, heavy sword, the middle sword. If you make something so that they can't roll as far, that'd be pretty interesting. Yeah, all these worlds have ancient cities. I think they're all Dreamland. I think these are all... Wait, yeah, the game is called Return to Dreamland, but the map suggests we're traveling around Popstar. So I literally don't know if these are regions in Dreamland or separate countries. There's so little for that kind of thing in RTDL. Oh my goodness, these pulsing green and blue purple flowers are sending me right now. It's so beautiful. Boss time. Yeah. Rainbow. Oh, it's Goliath? Let me get some water. This guy might take it all out of me. Is this the only area where you can see the city properly? Wow, look at this. Just us in the background. Pure, uninterrupted peak. Yeah, that is the real city back there. Okay, real quick break. still have my pan flute. It is the only instrument I have in my apartment in Japan right now. Odyssey and Return to Dreamland. It's my only instrument right now. I was at a bar last night that my friend is a regular at, and the owner, I guess I can't out him. I don't know how popular he was, but he lived in America for a while, and he was a musician. He was in a band. I don't know if he was a solo actor, he was in a band, but he was a musician, and he runs this cool place. His wife is a geisha in town, so the bar attracts all these interesting people. And there's a good number of people who speak English too. My friend has certainly brought in a lot of like foreign language teachers. And I was just hanging out and there weren't many people, so I finally got to talk to him. And we talked a bit about music and I was like, man, I missed it. Like, where can I get a guitar? And we were talking about that. And I played a little bit of the piano, which was really nice. Like, I will play anything that I can get my hands on. I think he was a drummer. There's like an amazing drum set in the bar. It's like this beautiful thing and he'll groove out sometimes. Honestly, like I would love to just like play that because the drum kit is like I've played hand drums at this point. Like I didn't play any percussion growing up, but I have started to play hand drums a lot, just like kind of for stimming low-key. But drum kit, totally alien to me. Like I would play his drum kit if I were allowed. Like I would do anything to play an instrument right now. I think really being deprived has helped because like I had my guitars with me all through college, but I never played. I had such burnout. I still have such burnout. But pan flute never burned out. Uh-oh. This fight's so cool. This must be the best boss fight. I mean, the exciting finales are pretty good too. Finales plural, because like low-key, level 5, kind of finale vibes. Also, Mr. Duder is cool. I always just like that fight, and I never think about it. It's like, you see it, and then you just forget about it. Woohoo! Okay, that was easy. I want to say I did EX mode Goliath recently, and it was wicked fun. And wicked hard. It's fun to push yourself with these really advanced abilities like Ninja and Fighter. Oh my gosh, please learn the marimba and jam. That's such a charming instrument. I had a marimba player. No, it was vibes. It was just vibes. We had a lot of percussionists in the year beneath me in high school. And we had a vibraphone player in my jazz combo. He still plays. I've seen him. He's amazing. I didn't keep up with jazz, but a lot of the people who did are amazing now. And he can create such an atmosphere. I mean, any pianist can too, but seeing a vibraphone player with their 4 mallets, with just going crazy in jazz, they can just create a whole atmosphere. It's really mesmerizing. You're in a snakes. Have you? Yes! Oh, you're gonna be such a cool guitarist. Guitar or bass, either of those are so cool and so you. Even I've been feeling the appeal of the guitar more. I've been listening to Van Halen, who was like the godfather of my guitar, because that's what my dad plays, and he was always a fixture in my childhood. I didn't really get it, but now I'm like, that is some epic guitar. I'm just like, that is some epic guitar. I would like to rock out. Oh, I'm so happy. Robbie's legendary sax. Is that a blueprint? Ooh, gimme. Famous quotes. Piano's also very you. That's good. I like that. That's very elegant. It's been worth it. Is that from the heart, Magalore? Look at Magalore's e-girl setup with the rainbow keyboard. What do you think he's playing? Probably Roblox. That conversation was too sweet. Taking a shine to your planet. I mean, I'm glad I can finally go home, but I'm sure going to miss it here. I guess I'll just have to buy a vacation home here. Do it. Do it instead of taking over the galaxy. How many people would have been satiated with a vacation home instead of turning evil? Kalimba? Yeah, thanks for being a cool dude, Kirby. Yeah, he's playing e-girl Minecraft. Wait, kalimba, is that a steel drum? Love steel drums. Oh, kalimba! Yes, we've talked about this. That's a beautiful instrument. Yeah, we could have a soft and sensitive groove session in any size of apartment with those two instruments. The guy at the bar said I could perform one night. We do have a professional, what's it called? Shamisen. We have a professional shamisen player who hangs out there, and he shredded one night. Oh my god, he's so good. I want to take lessons with him just once to try it. I really, really do. I want to honestly, if I can say for another year, or even just like in these last 6 months, if I could do one thing to keep rounding out my experience besides making more friends is really what I want. I really want to make more friends. I'd love to do more lessons with instruments, like shamisen, even just one lesson. That'd be so cool. I think I really honestly just need a more positive music community in my life because I haven't had that. Everybody's either like a super casual hobbyist that feels insecure about not being more serious, or such a serious professional that I don't enjoy comparing myself to them. That's really the issue. Everybody was too passionate and talented, and my heart like wasn't really at that level. I was really more there for the community in high school. I certainly wasn't there for bebop jazz. Like I just never formed a strong passion about it. Ugh, these levels! Maybe once you really learn them, they're fun. Maybe I should just be, maybe I should expect less of myself. So you can't just guess how to do it the first time. I should lower my expectations. Although I've probably done this before. Yeah, I've tried to do this before. Oh no. Oh my. What is the move here? I want to get timed out. You have to hit them both. Oh, it's... And then... Wait, no, there's like a... There we go. Oh, what? There we go, that's the move. Ah. Are we even? No, we're freaking toast. Ah, these are such long runs that are so punishing. It's kind of not fun. Oh my god, is Magaland the vacation home? We skipped the home and went straight to the profitable side hustle. He wants to end you. That's why nobody trusted Alphalin and they were so wrong. Yeah, Noreen just said the same thing. The internet was so worried about Alphalin. And there is a song, that plays in the final boss called Faded Dreams of a Psycho Meddler that I saw before I knew the ending of Forgotten Land. So I'm like, I literally thought it was fake. I thought that the song was fake and somebody made it up to like, you know, because it was so on the nose. Like, what? Like, it's really a song about manipulation? Like, how could they make a song about manipulation for the manipulator character? I thought it was fake. I thought somebody was, like, you know, making their own Kirby-inspired song about what it would be like if Alphalin did manipulate you. But it was real. It was just such a red herring. No, I mean, I really, genuinely enjoyed band. Band made me who I am because I am such a social person. I have so much social energy, but I am helpless outside of like subcultures inside communities, which like it's not even just like a I'm not like other girls thing. It's literally just like I am like a fish out of water with like normies. I am a fish out of water. Unless we have common interests and like, or maybe we're all gay and neurodivergent. But like once I get into the right pond, I am so socially minded. Like it's, oh god, that's embarrassing. The Wii remote fell really intensely. I am such a social person, and I would never have figured that out if it weren't for band, because I was literally expressly and statedly a loner before band. But that's not true. I had 2 amazing friends, but aside from them, I was functionless. I just dissociated. Yeah, the thing is, the thing about this channel is it's largely just like a lot of my friends hanging out. So my friends, like, yeah, I just trust them to be mods. Like, we all have like years of history together, so usually it's just a bunch of mods hanging out with me. No shame in not being a mod. It's just, yeah, we all have long history together. This is a broccoli ass area. Wow, we are already on Nutty Noon. What has happened? Everyone is gone. Relatable stuff. Yeah, I think a lot of nerds are similar. Yeah, I get that. I sure get that. Yeah, college was not much better for me. I was completely online in college, which helped in a lot of ways. I think you need both. Not really a hot take, but... yeah, this background is pretty sick. This is a really sick background. Hello. Hello, Burb Naze. Yeah, we go way back. A non-mod, but if she wanted to be a mod, she could be. Oh, pink donut? Yes, I agree with pink donut. I started to eat one of my strawberry wafer things, because I'm like, yes, this is a strawberry enough experience. We are pouring on the strawberry. Why is that a one-way door? That's a yellow star door. That's not a puzzle room. Look at this random odds and end junk stuck in the cloud. That is some Kirby 64 right there. Oh no, this is orange. Of course it is. Huh. I could play Sonic Lost World if it's like this. This doesn't... yeah, it's not gonna work. Oh, there we go. There's been this like fandom war in a very small part of Twitter where a bunch of Sonic users have been trying to start beef, or a bunch of Sonic fans have been trying to start beef with Kirby fans, which is so funny and such a weird specific thing. But I keep having to see all this blood in the water, and it's funny because lately I've actually been getting more interested in Sonic again. Because the frickin' Shadow Generations thing, like that is my only Sonic memory, is Shadow stuff on GameCube. Like I'm actually so interested in that. And I don't know, Sonic Prime looks really good. There's been a couple things. Oh wait, and then the new Sonic movie is gonna be Sonic Adventure 2. So I might have to go watch the Sonic trilogy. So I've been genuinely getting interested in Sonic. Probably in some way they were different. Because they got all this color, and my strongest theory in this replay has been that the colors all got reduced. Homogenized. How dare you commit homogenization? They give you some good parasol moments in this game. They understand what matters. I feel like my enjoyment of Wii graphics is the chocolate cake is the peak of like every era of graphics is somebody's favorite, because there's almost nothing distinct about these graphics. They're not the most blocky, they're not the most like nostalgic or chunky, They're not the most cutting edge. They just kind of are here. But I think they're so cool. The balance of like rudimentary stuff with more advanced stuff, I think it's the best. I really enjoy Wii and 3DS graphics a lot. Look at these stars in the middle here. That's okay. I think most people are multi-fandom. It is very rare to truly be only one fandom. No, all I've seen since this beef, I mean, this is a very small amount of people. The issue is that the Twitter algorithm makes it look like it's more big than it is sometimes. There were so many people, like Kirby and Sonic wouldn't want this, but people were also, like, there were some specific people just, like, going in for blood, saying, like, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic, what would it be? Maybe Sonic 2, Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic Mania were better than every single Kirby game, and it's like, how do you even compare Sonic and Kirby games? Like, why are we doing this? It was so weird, but also infuriating. I was just like, why do I have to put my brain, why do I want to put my brain on this right now? Because I know deep down, like, there is some way to end this argument. Like, there is some way to quantify the value of these games and set them as separate, but I can't put my finger on why. It was just getting my under my skin just enough. Even though it is such a fruitless effort to, like, compare Kirby games to other games. Oh my god, I can't focus. Going up Parasol is a virtue. Whoa. That's pretty sick. Hello, Cloud Buddies. And I'm like, these are peak levels, and people are like, you're fucking wrong, and I'm like, look at the Cloud Buddies. Yeah, nobody drafted the Cloud Buddy when we were picking who we wanted to be. They were only here briefly, though. A Kirby 64 monstrosity given new life. Oh, Tornadus. They went to a very different place for Wreck-It Ralph 2, so I don't know that they have a very firm grasp on what the overall plot would be for a trilogy. Robbie, I remember your friends posting about Wreck-It Ralph. I feel like I remember your friend group posting about Wreck-It Ralph like a couple years ago. Like, I feel like it was an inside joke type of thing in like 2018. We are arriving at peak. I've been saying that all week because of Octo Expansion and Side Order. This really is peak gaming. This really is peak gaming. New Side Order week. I beat Octo Expansion. I'm streaming White Wafer and Nutty Noon for the first time. Yeah, I remember your friends. I remember this. I remember Wreck-It Ralph had this like powerful meme value. Like a warm-hearted meme value in your friend group. I remember seeing this happening from Twitter at some point in our lives. That's so nice. Yeah, I think I rewatched one for some reason. And I was like, man, this has got some themes. It's got the quotes, I'll tell you that. It's got the quotes. Oh shoot, what am I doing? Okay. What's Infinity Blade? PC ports are so exciting. I think Super Metroid and Soten both have them now. Yeah, first level is definitely cute, definitely cute, definitely cute. But like, it only gets better from here with Nutty Noon. Oh my god, look at the ding dang colors. Wow, those are hitting right. Oh my god, look at that squishy clover-shaped cloud with the diamonds. Look at the floating islands, but look at the, oh my god, the purple and orange and the cream is just really slapping right now. Huh. That's epic. That's epic, Juno. So I forgot I have this. This is Golden Grape Fanta. Give that a Google. Golden Grape Fanta. It's like piss. I bought it in Hokkaido because I saw it in like a tall boy can. And I was like, that looks awesome. I'm never gonna see this again in my life. This is the rare golden grape of Hokkaido. And it had such flavor. It was just like nothing but, it was like Smarties. It was just like pure fruit flavor. It was every fruit flavor at once. And then we got it in my Fudeba. Fudeba? Is this a limited flavor? I do not know this kanji. This might be like a seasonal flavor. I thought it was a regional flavor. It's just pure fruit flavor. It's the golden elixir. Holy shit. It's so much. Candy Crush might be Ralph Breaks the Internet. Because the candy game is the racing game. Isn't it? Oh, this level is transcendent. You know what? I really don't like what they did with butter building. Butter building is the third world of Kirby's Adventure. And actually, I think Robbie asked me something about like my favorite Kirby level biomes. I was like asking for questions at work one day, and I started ranking them. Oh man. And I noticed like the building genre, like the kind of place genre of Kirby places, really hasn't had that much given to it besides butter building in this. And the remake of butter building I think is trash. I don't think it has any of the charm of the NES version. So buildings are kind of in need. Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. It's one of those things that I noodle with when I have time in the office, when I just want to like think about games for a minute. Look at these Naruto Uzumaki stars. Yeah, they do a lot to hide the pea coloration. I drank a lot of Mountain Dew in my youth. It was kind of a thing. Yeah, I'm very familiar with all the flavors that were a thing back in 2010. I lived through the voting period where we were deciding between Voltage, I think it was called. No, Voltage is the blue one. Overdrive or something. It was like this straight lime green one. And then the two far superior options, Typhoon, I think, Fruit Punch, and then Whiteout, which is the one that won. My friends and I were like obsessed with Mountain Dew at that time. So we were like texting on our little flip phones to vote in for Whiteout over Typhoon. And Whiteout won, and it's still a beverage you can buy anyhow. And that's how we helped make it not just a pea beverage, but also a semen beverage. That was my contribution. Ow. I've hardly gotten to use bomb. I think this is kind of the bomb place, but bomb does get started in white waifs. I think a waif is a noun. I think a white waif might be a person. We are arriving at peak. This one right now? You know what it is? The ocean is not rotating, but the islands are. So there is a rotation effect. No one could have known that Splatoon was coming. I still barely understand Splatoon. You know what? I think I've played 300 hours of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I've played about 260. No. Oh my gosh. No, I've played 150 hours of Splatoon 2. I've played 155 hours plus 150 hours of Splatoon 2 and 3. I've played just about as much Splatoon as I have just New Horizons on Wii. Look at Kirby sweating and dying in the menu sprite down there. Like, hurry it up, you idiot. I think I've played about an equal amount of Splatoon overall on Switch to compare to my one binge of New Horizons from 2020. I think Splatoon is finally my most played game on Switch. It took a while. It took a while. I don't even feel like I am a quarter of the way through all I want to play. It's actually a little bit overwhelming because, like, if I want to play any online with Splatoon 1, I need to have a phase right now. Otherwise I'm not gonna get to. Eating a burger in Nutty Noon, that is peak. Yeah, just like I have so many items I want to use, and if you add Splatoon 1 to the mix, it's like, holy crap. But like, I have so many kits to try, I have so much just like stuff to do. I haven't truly 100%ed any of the areas in the story modes yet. Like, playing the entire trilogy at once this year is gonna be a feast. Like, I probably am gonna play, like, I'm probably gonna 100% like all the campaigns this year. I'm probably gonna try like all the weapons this year. Like, I just have so much momentum with like all 3 of the games right now. It's probably gonna become my next like most played game of all time, because nothing has joined like my big RPGs or Smash or anything since I was a kid. Which is all to say, I think unless you put every Kirby game together, the Splatoon series is probably gonna become the next thing that's like one of my most played things of all time, which has not had an addition in a long time. Oh my god, that's really... Yeah, thank you, Noreen. That's really... I had a similar experience. I bought it. I didn't have anybody to play it with. Or no, I did play it with one friend, but we only played a little bit. It was probably like one night, but I was mostly alone. And it was very embarrassing. I think, I didn't play... I was embarrassed to play Turf War at the beginning. But then my friends and I played Salmon Run a ton when we were living together in a COVID apartment. And at some point, we finally broke through our shyness. For a while, we would play like a tiny bit of Turf War, and then be like, no, I got you, I'm embarrassed, I'm so sad. But we all did it together, and we ended up really enjoying Turf War. Of course, I did have one friend that always had her ego get hurt by Turf War, and it was like, I'm sorry. But me and Liz had a great time in Turf War, and we unlocked our Turf War brains and became able to just like play hard, do whatever, just like have fun. We played a ton back then. Ever since then, it's been pretty fine. Pretty chill. Yeah, I think the thing to remember with Splatoon is like, it's not as scary as it looks. Like, if it looks scary, go men's sauce, but like, Turf War is so casual. Like, there is ranked mode, sure, but Turf War is so casual. So like, Noreen, yeah, you being able to play like an online shooter with such a high skill cap and everything and not feel like bad, where like you're still learning games as a whole, is so nice. Like, it's hard to even process Splatoon because there's no competitive game with so little ego for me. And I'm sure it's different for comp people, but like I know people who have played thousands of hours of like multiple games and they've barely moved on past Turf War. Like they'll play some ranked, but like they still enjoy Turf War and they still like haven't developed egos or anything, which is something I miss so badly about Smash. I miss when Smash was that way for me. For me, Smash is embarrassing even though I am good at it. It's more embarrassing now. Hello, Vanessa! Oh, long time no see on stream. How are you? I'm glad you came. Yeah, as somebody who grew up with like toxic, sorry if I'm misrepresenting something, but as somebody who grew up on like Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 2, and like never even touched voice chat because it was so toxic, like it's hard to process how fun it is to like use that part of my brain for a more like chill game. Because like I enjoyed Overwatch a lot. I had an Overwatch phase and I played like 50 hours. It was awesome. But even that, like chat was mean. Chat was so mean. I guess Splatoon would also be mean if there was a chat. Maybe that's the secret, not gonna lie. But it just never feels so judgy. It feels like I'm really having fun with something that used to be nothing but like a stressor. A stressor genre. Good memory, Vanessa. Yes. Yes, it was. But actually, honestly, no, in Smash, like, she kind of would. Like, it was more like she didn't have a lot of feelings. She would get very upset about losing in Splatoon, and we'd have to, like, stop and comfort her and her ego. But it was more me that would get, like, a little upset playing Smash, because, like, she would just, like, charge Smash moves, because, like, being patient was usually the best way to get me, while I was doing all of this complicated technical stuff and trying to have fun, because I played Daisy in Ultimate. So I had, like, these tiny hitboxes and all this fancy stuff, but it was hard to actually kill, and it was hard to actually win games when I was playing casually with my friends. So I would just, like, put all this sauce on, and then she would just, like, charge F Smash with Lucario and beat me. And, like, it was so emotionless for her. Like, she wasn't, like, doing anything fun or interesting, and I was, like I was trying to, like, do art. And there was one day where Liz and I had to start cheating on her. This is a toxic friendship, by the way. There was a day where we had to cheat on her because we wanted to play Melee and we wanted to do fun stuff like wave dashing and like people's knee and all that stuff. But we knew if she played, she would just like find a kind of boring way to outbeat us and like make our advanced tech like less viable. So when she was out, we would turn on the GameCube and we would click double Captain Falcon and we would go to On It and just run around and goof off and do all the crazy moves we could try. Like we would try to learn wave dashing and we would try like people's knee and just like absolutely insane stuff. And then if she came in, we'd have to hide it like it was drugs. Like it was drugs or it was an affair. Because if she wanted to play, it would just be so different. I don't even know what she would do, but it'd be so boring. Oh my god, Vanessa, these are my favorite Kirby levels of all time. This is my favorite Kirby game. And we're in the second part of streaming my two favorite worlds, World 4 and World 5. They are breathtaking. Oh god, I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do. It was bad because like I always thought that I was like making progress on my competitive mindset, and then she was like, I brought my Wii U to the apartment, show me your Lucina. And then like I warmed up and I showed off like my weirdly technical Lucina gameplay with like the Beto like 2-stick input and everything, and then she clicked Lucario and just like waited and charged F smashes in a way that was really good at killing me. And I didn't win when we fought, and I felt awful. I felt so bad. And the thing is, like, it's not even just the winning or losing. It's that, like, she didn't appreciate the skill. Like, when I play Smash, I cook with a lot of juice and flavor, and it's very frustrating to not get any feedback and be like, hey, that was a sick combo. You're like, hey, that was cool what you did there. It's very disheartening to just kind of, like, play in silence and then lose. And it's like, oh, well, I'm glad I spent 900 hours practicing that. We started talking about toxic mindsets in Nintendo multiplayer games. Oh. That's good. That's very good. Outweight the mouse. What did I do? What did I just do? Did I skip the... Oh no, I died. Oh, I died in the Shadowverse. And then I didn't go back in? That's only happened once in like my last 3 playthroughs to the point where I'm confused. I'll replay it. Oh, these cream-colored clouds are even nicer. Oh gosh, that sounds like the opposite of me. I didn't go, I just zoned out. I was thinking about Marth. Oh, I really hope the audio's good. Sorry, I gotta check that the audio is good for this. This is a remix of one of the best Kirby songs ever, and it's perfect for this world. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it so good. I wanted to be sure you guys could hear the game audio. Because sometimes I don't mix it right, and then I don't realize, and like the stream is like inaudible. Yeah, this must have been. This is from the well, not the first game, but from Kirby's Adventure, which like it feels like the oldest game in a lot of ways. Because there's so little in Dreamland 1, and so much classic stuff like Meta Knight got like solidified in Adventure. A lot of melodies did, a lot of stuff did. That it feels like this is from like the original. That archer enemy's kind of badass. Oh no, I lost beam. Yeah, this world might be part of why I like beam and bomb so much. They're a lot of fun to use here. Bet you Waddle Doo is back. Although, actually, Narian, it might be in the 30th anniversary concert, but I feel like they went for more obscure songs for that because they also did a 25th concert. It was like more of an orchestral thing, and that definitely would have had a medley with it in it. I forgot about this move. A rare lost beam move. The ultimate beam. For one of the rare moments where I go in the air and I don't do a dash move. Is this move even in the remake? I don't know if I used this move once in the remake. I never use it. Bomb. Yeah, it actually is pretty cool. It's very, very rare. Yeah, speaking of needless tech. Oh no! No! Come back. I was just talking recently about how moves like this, dashing aerial moves that are kind of like harder to find but really satisfying to use, they've been here since like Masahiro Sakurai made Kirby Superstar, and I think it's some of the best hidden depth in the series. Like Ice and Beam are some of my favorite abilities, largely because they have these moves with like really satisfying movement and stuff that like you have to kind of, you know, understand the controls pretty well to find, but they're game changing if you learn them. They're so fun. This is like my favorite move in the series. You can hear the controller clicks because we're talking about Smash. My Smash soul is coming out. Am I gonna make it for whatever this is? Ah! Oh no, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta do this thing. I gotta eat cake. I do. They are from Sakurai. Oh my god, look at this lovely Needless. Look at him. He's just crawling. He's just thinking about stuff. He's living here. He's having fun. Optimal. Come to me. Yeah, I didn't realize it at first, but you said they took like double teams with like who was it, Wizrobe or somebody? It was like Wizzy and H-Box? Like two separate teams. Like one of the teams had H-Box on it. That's a cool. Honestly, it's how many of the old gods weren't American? Was it just Armada? It seems nice to have good melee players that aren't American, frankly. Or men. That's also really good. Imagine how different the scene would be if the top players were women. I would go to tournaments, maybe. Maybe. Is this a use of this? Wow. That's nuts! That's nuts! I know, right, Noreen? He's like, Nito's not in that many games, so it's easy to forget about him. And then when you remember, it's so nice. I love that these guys got like sheepy cloud alts. Like, they're sheep to me. They're sheep to me. This is Hollow Knight to me. This is the sewers to me. Oh no. Oh my god, speaking of lovely things and Kirby, I didn't even mention this when I was talking about merch. For my birthday, my friend found me a little Kirby plate set. It's a plastic plate with like a really nice kind of summery vibe with like Kirby and Waddle Dee and food and ice cream. And plastic cups. Well, they're plastic, but they have a nice like glass, like polished look to them. But they're all plastic, so I can ship them home. So, ouch. I got Fanta in my nose. I got gaseous Fanta in my nose. Yeah, so I only have like one plate of every, I have only like one utensil or plate of every type in my apartment because like I'm gonna have to get rid of it someday. But now I have like a fancy cute plate with Kirby and I have two really nice cups for drinking stuff. In fact, let me use one. Let me give this a rinse. Hi! I summoned you to talk about my gifts. This is New Horizons. This is the old Horizon. Did you? Or didn't you tell me? Was this a couple years ago, do you know? I think you told me this. Yeah, I've Kanata designed. I obviously haven't had Nijigasaki on my brain for a while, but it's funny how coming back, like, I don't know how to describe it, like, these characters hold up. Like, they're not as complex and interesting as Liela. I don't know how to compare them to Hasu, but, it's funny how much, like, my top 5 Nijis are still so appealing. Like, it's easy to go back and, like, slip into the groove of just, like, loving, like, obviously but, like, Rina and Emma and Kanata, like, are kind of my other faves, and like, God, they're so easy to love. It took a while. Kanata was like my least favorite at first, because I didn't think the sleep gimmick was very fun, back when we only had like a tiny amount of content, and all of her content was about sleeping. Now that she's done more stuff, her music's amazing. Emma's always been my second favorite, and Rina's timeless, you know, she's kind of like the prized export of the generation. Now it's funny how much Niji holds up. Even though it's very much the last, like, super tropey generation. If sleeping is a trope. Oh my god, this is so bubbly. I want to take a picture for Hunter. Unless he's watching and not commenting. Lurking is what they call it. No! Don't hold it over me! I would have certainly accepted and loved a shark plush, but I think it might have been for the best that I don't put my poor shark plush through the life of travel and taking up my whole bed. If you brought me that shark plush, I would accept it and give it the best life it's ever had. But then I'd be full on my shark plush quota forever. Because I cherish my plushies. I can't let go of them. Oh, that is a statement. That is a statement. Yeah, do you know, I remember that actually. It was like before I went to swing class with you. Kirby looks so tired. Yeah, I think, unfortunately, like, oh my god, the Niji movies, I was just talking about the Liz friend group thing. The Niji anime took a lot of brunt of that toxic friendship thing. Because we were trying so motherfucking hard to get my friend into Love Live stuff, which was so stupid in hindsight. But like, she made it seem like she wanted to get into it so much, and like she wanted like this. It was so weird. She secretly like hated it, and it made her dysphoric, I think, which is really, really bad. But she was like, no, everybody likes it, so I'm gonna force myself to get into it. It was so bad. It was so bad for my enjoyment of the franchise, and that anime specifically. But the anime is amazing. I don't like the art style, but the plots were like amazing. It's gonna be a while before I can come back to it, probably. But maybe that while could time up with the movie theater release, if I'm lucky. Let them take up your whole bed. Really? The hardest gear in the whole game. Oh. If we fill the shark with rocks, then I can adopt it, Nathan. Pizza. Rocks and pizza. Somebody had a vision here. Yeah, no, like every Sunday we would sit down with it and there'd be like arguments and just like the normal weird stuff from that dysfunctional friendship. It was so, oh my god, yeah. No, oh my god. Ugh. It's so unfortunate. She just wanted to, it was just such a high common interest for me and Liz and our other friends, obviously you included, that she wanted to like have the same interests as us. And she wanted it to do for her what it did for us with like gender stuff, but it definitely made her dysphoric and unhappy, which was awful. She would just like drink and tell me and make declarations about how she's gonna like get into Idolmaster. Like at the end of the friendship where I'm like, this friendship isn't gonna last 2 more weeks. She like came in drunk and was like, all I have to do is watch the Idolmaster anime and then I'll be into everything, right? And I'm like, yeah, if you watch the if you watch the Idolmaster anime, I think our friendship's gonna be saved. Like, I have no idea what I would have said. It was so sad. She like came home one day and was like, my favorite song on Tokimeki Runners is Karin's. And I'm like, great. Great. It's been like 17 months of you like tearing the shit out of Love Live and calling me like stupid and like all this shit for liking it. And then she's like, I'm ready to talk about Tokimeki Runners. I have a lot of opinions. And I'm like, this reminds me of awesome friends that I slowly lost contact with in 2018. Such bad memories. Give me a new boot. Friendships may not last, but sleepy sheepies are eternal. Remember that, kids. To thine own hyperfixations be true. Yeah, Noreen, like, I'll watch the Idolmaster anime. Which one? It was just like, back then, it was just like OG Mass, and then it was like random like Cinderella Girl spin-offs. I don't know, Cinderella Girls had an anime, but like, I didn't watch that. Like, you couldn't just like pop a pill and suddenly have feelings about Idolmaster. Like, she didn't have any genuine interest in idols or anything. She was just like trying to force this friendship. Oh my gosh. People are often like, the only important thing to know as an adult is go to bed before 10, which is to say like sleep is really important basically. I think my other one is don't force things, or like if you're gonna force things, be very smart about it. Forcing stuff, like, bruh, people force marriages, like it's a big problem. It's a big problem as an adult. Forcing stuff, not knowing you're forcing it, very, very bad. Don't force things for a long time. If you have to force them for a small time, that's fine. Sometimes you just have to power through. But like, oh my god. Moderation, people. Moderation. This is an engaging little jungle gym level. The bizarre mech Idolmaster. Wait, are we going? Is this like boss tower? I did not realize. Oh no, are we already like nighttime? Good thing it's beautiful. Yeah. Oh, you press down. That's why I couldn't get this to go. You have to jump at the thing you want to climb and then press down. Yes! This is a beautiful area. The sunset part and the night part are equally beautiful. Whoa! Okay. Oh wait, we're already at the end? That's just a normal level. This hammer is like low-key really cool. I think it grows on me more every time I play. The hammer fresh with the blood of the living. The living and the posting. Noreen, you had a cool hammer. This is what happens to people. Yeah. Because when you're an adult and things fall through, like, no shade, but like, it gets harder to rebuild things. Like, I lost a lot of friends after my early 20s, and like, I kind of don't mess with people anymore who like frequently cut other people off, or cause drama, or like cause big divides in their friend groups, because like, I only have so much time to keep making new friends. Like, man, like I had a conversation with my therapist who's like in his later 60s, I think, and he was talking about how like he has like 2 friends left. Like he has an awesome community that he's a part of because of like his like universalist religion, I think, and they're all very supportive and stuff, and like he has a loving husband. But he was like, yeah, like I had a conversation with him that left me feeling like being young and having that juice of like social juice, like having lots of friends to meet, lots of stuff to do where you can go meet people, where everybody's like social boundaries are very open and they're willing to make new friends, that doesn't last forever. Like I've heard so many people say, by the time of your later 20s, which I'm getting into, it's harder to make friends, and it's certainly harder once you're past that. People get kind of rigid. So like when I lost a lot of friends after my early 20s, I was like, I don't want any of the friends I make going forward to end in fire like this. I really don't. Because like, dude, my therapist has like 2 friends left. He had so many friends when he was young, and they all either moved away or passed away or one thing or another. And I was like, man, it is so valuable to like be making friends. There are some parts of your life that are more conducive to it than others. Yes! So I tried to go into the star by going up with hammer the first time. Now I know you can only do it going down. Thanks, Teardrop. Yeah, like it's what I said. It's just a. I mean, I don't know how old you are. I don't know how old you are, but if you've ever been to a bar, I was telling people last night. I was like, I want to be a bartender, and then I was like, I think I already am a bartender. I feel like I'm a bartender at this stream. People just come in, and I'm like, hey, what'll it be? The usual, and we talk about our woes. Not that much. We can't actually support people going through depressive episodes, and I want to make that clear, but it's nice to take a load off. We're not therapists, but we've all gone through a lot of therapy. Yeah, no, my thing is I do not do YouTube for the numbers or anything. I'd rather not have a following if my following's not chill. Like, I'm exclusively here to have a nice time. Also, this was the Golden Grape Room. This is the Golden Grape Room. Mix this all together. Golden Grape. We are the bartenders of the internet, and I really enjoy doing it, honestly. Yeah, they do a good job with scale. I'm trying to think, there's some games, oh yeah, the ending of this game. Oh, you're right, it's not just, it's not just the final levels. I also have to do the last sequence next week. Yeah, the ending of this game has good scale. There's a lot of times where they will take either larger enemies or like actual sub-bosses and have them be killable in just like one hit, the way that normal enemies would be, to emphasize how strong you are during the final sequence. That's always pretty fun. Oh shoot. Maybe only the streamer. That depends. And perish. Yeah, people with like crazy chats, that's a hell of a bar they're running. That's more like being a bouncer. It's like being an idol in your own mosh pit. Yeah, it's good for scale. I think there's a debate about whether or not Kirby developers give a crap about power scaling. And I think they're like, no, it's not that they don't care about power scaling. It's just that no matter how strong of an enemy they make, Kirby's always stronger. And that's how I feel. It's not that like a weak enemy can beat a big one. It's that everybody loses to Kirby. Oh man. Yeah, this is the stuff that made the final world. I guess in a way, this has the best parts of the last world and Butter Building from Kirby's Adventure, which are some of the biggest standouts to me. Space worlds are less common than you would think. We haven't had a straight up dedicated space world in a while, I feel. Like, this is one of the closest things. I grew up with two of them in, whatchamacallums? Candy Constellation and Amazing Mirror, and, Necro Nebula is, Mass Attack, but there's another space one in, Squeak Squad. So I was kind of used to them growing up, but, like, I really want more space in the next game. Yes. Our chill isekai. No, Kirby's like, I think power fantasy, yes, but I think it's also kind of like a philosophy thing for me. Because, like, there's a sense that, like, you know, everything feels so big. Every obstacle you go through is so huge and daunting. And then once you beat it, right? Once you have, like, the perspective on how to make it small, it's like, oh, I'm kind of infinite. And I feel like the feelings that we end up feeling are so infinite once we triumph through things are things that Kirby embodies. Like, when you go through something tough and you go back to just, like, wanting to eat food and be chill and make friends, you feel invincible. So I feel like the Kirby part of our hearts, when it triumphs, it feels so good. And I always want to believe that that part wins. That's a clip. Yes, Noreen, we're building a very good one. We'll bring back UFO and Cupid for flying and make it space themed. Oh, we're nearly through. But it's nearly noon. It's a properly long stream. Knock on wood, no technical difficulties except for when my computer went into low battery. I'm not even ready for this, man. I'll do it. Do I want to do it or do I want to replay the beam level? I'll replay the beam level after. Yes, it's the Infinity. It's explicitly having Kirby as like a hero of some kind who is like unstoppable. That's satisfying. I'm gonna use bomb. I haven't used enough bomb. I feel like in a way the reason that Kirby lore goes dark and that its enemies are so crazy is to have Kirby triumph over something even greater. And I think they're building a really good threat with Morpho Knight, or Morpho or whatever. And having Kirby even triumph over that is pretty satisfying. Because like King Dedede and Meta Knight are fantastically powerful, but I kind of need this, don't I? Whoops. King Dedede and Meta Knight are fantastically powerful, but the more Kirby content you consume, the more it seems like just being adults, being kind of rigid, being stuck into the way that they are, like they are tremendously powerful, but they're much weaker than Kirby. And it's Kirby's flexibility, I think, and just kind of open-heartedness and fluidity that kind of triumphs them. If you're gonna kind of pin it down, it might be that Kirby is a hope in like the eternal soul of the young people who are kind of innocent, but you know, have infinite power, infinite potential. But I would say anybody can relate to Kirby. This is a part of us. There is always going to be a flexible and Kirby-like part of us. Even if we grow up to be more like Meta Knight and King Dedede. That's a funny clip. That is a funny clip. Slay. Thank you. Yeah, it makes a good contrast. Yeah, watch this background. There's a lot of good details. This is one of the best space areas. Yeah, Nutty Noon is crazy. These hold up. These are still just triumphantly good. I appreciate things like Onion Ocean and Raisin Ruins more every time I play them, but these are still just the best. I mean, it'd be hard to really compare them to all my favorite worlds and all the kind of games I play now, but pretty easy to see them as top tier still. Hello, Tobin Wolf. We're talking about our feelings. As is demanded by Kirby. This thing can take a lot of hits, but low-key, that's a lot of fun. Oh, crap. Oh, this is the worst. This whole stream. I just keep making the same mistake. Uh-oh. Shoot. Yeah, I keep inhaling my own star with the bosses. What's up is very, very good Kirby levels. Been appreciating the backgrounds, as one does. This is a cute enemy. You don't fight them very much in this game. Alright. Oh my god, I did it again. My brain went to do a plug when I was trying to think of what to say next. I really am becoming a sellout. But yeah, so I posted on the community page that I did a collab with my friend Aqua Twist, who I just met, one of Max's friends, and they do a cool series on the evolution of UI in video games, and they did a real good Splatoon one, and I did a guest thing. It's the first time I've ever talked about Octo expansion, I think, in like a scripted, pre-recorded way. And it's pretty fun. I'm proud of my cameo, and I quite like their video. So if you like Spoon and you want some more content, check that out after the stream. And also, while y'all are sleeping in America probably, I'm gonna put up my first impressions of Side Order. I've got that just about ready to go. because it's been a really fun, long weekend. Yeah, Dubior is cute as heck. I spent like my whole month's worth of like hanging out money in 3 days though. I didn't mean to, but the food I got yesterday was way too expensive. We got hit with like a table charge for our whole table at the bar, and everything cost 1,000 yen more than we wanted it to. And that was a bit of a bummer. But I feasted on shabu shabu. Who here knows about shabu shabu? Oh my god. I ate and ate and ate and ate. It was so good. It was ridiculously good. 80 minutes of pure, uninterrupted group eating. Just putting in all these veggies and noodles and dumplings and meats into the pot. Oh my god. Juno, when you come, we are going to eat such good shabu shabu. It's so fun. It's like you get a big boiling pot of flavored broth, and you dip in like raw meat and cook it yourself. So like you dip the pork in, and then it comes out cooked and flavored, and it's just so good. You can fill it up with veggies. It's just... everything already has its own good flavor. And then you cook it with more. And it's just like a flavor bath. It's so fun. There's this big soup. Then you leave the veggies and they start sharing their own flavor. It's just like a flavor apocalypse. No, the noodles were our favorite ones. They were so nice and like soft, and they absorbed the flavor so well. Shabu shabu. It's an onomatopoeia for like bubbly bubbly, like the sound of putting stuff in the pot. There's a video of Alucard doing shabu shabu, and then Dracula walks in, and it's very silly, and it's on tumblr.com. It hit me all at once when I realized that my place I was at the first time was playing relaxing piano jazz the same way that Alucard's was, when I'm like, wait a second, I'm doing the Alucard thing. Shabu shabu. Thank you! That's sweet. I'm pretty insecure with my singing voice, but I've always wanted to develop one. I feel very disappointed anytime I consider giving up on it. The idea of a fan scrubbing through my video 10 seconds at a time to get random noises that almost sound musical. I feel like I've like leveled up as a content creator and an idol. I'll be a Vocaloid next. You can make samples of my sounds. I'll sign off on one official Mellowroid. Or Lloyd. Roid sounds like hemorrhoids. So this is all for cake. Understandable, have a nice day. Well, I think you can, let me think. It would come down to the sauce. It would come down to the sauce. Because some of the sauces might have meat in them, or animal products. But I think you can just choose food. Because basically you pay for an hour plus, and then it's a buffet style. So you put in all you want, and you can choose whatever you like. And you can just put in all veggies and tofu. Yeah, I'd love to do that still. Not like a school chorus, but like a choir group or something. Sandoichi. These guys are kind of nifty. Let me get them back. Oh, I found like electric Zonai parts in Tears of the Kingdom last night, which I should not have been playing at midnight because I'm very tired now. But I have I got that dog in me for Tears of the Kingdom now. I'm like addicted. I can't stop the animal. This dude right here like never appeared as a beam enemy ever again. Honestly, watch him for the next game. He's probably gonna be here when Beam returns to into 3D. Because, like, he's just never been used, and Kirby loves to use things that haven't been used in a while in their new games, so I could picture that. Honestly, Forgotten Land, pretty darn sure it has some stuff that's like a throwback. But it's very like, it kind of avoids doing a lot of the usual throwback stuff. Like, I think it wants to feel new. But I could picture the next game going back to like lots of nostalgia, lots of throwbacks. It's a bit unfortunate because I think the city would have been a good time to do a throwback to City Trial Air Ride or Robobot. Because, you know, we're at the point now where we could do like a Robobot mech throwback and it would be one of the coolest throwbacks ever. But we haven't had it. We've had 2 games and nothing. And that's like the ultimate, like that's instant nostalgia. A very sentimental robot. No, Shabu Shabu is its own friend. The Shiomase Seto is what you want it to be. I know what it was originally called. Simply a happy Seto, but whatever you like. I don't know why popcorn, but shred. Oh, this. How could you? How could you do this to me? I'm only 17. I'm young and sweet, only 17. That is a parfait. Ooh, tasty looking. Wow, my career has gone to a whole new world. I have played Minecraft. I'm not 17, I'm 26. It's funny to reference ABBA, but actually I was a middle schooler when Minecraft was big, so I played a lot of 1.7.3, which is right before they added Enderman and food. Back then, the only way to heal your health was pork chops, and yeah, I have a lot of nostalgic for that update. But then I was a new player and I was at like my peak. I had like a friends server and everything when 1.8 dropped, which I just said is like Enderman and food and I mean maybe there was farming in 1.7.3, but it was just like pork chops and cake was all you could do. But there was, I think sugarcane might have been new. Maybe sugar was new? No, sugarcane is probably in 1.7.3. But I feel like 1.7.3 feels very different. How did I? Oh, I see. Yeah, I feel like 1.7.3 feels very different from modern Minecraft because it doesn't have the survival stuff. It doesn't have the hunger meter. And then 1.8, and then the following, I forget if we got 1.9, I went right to like the base 1.0 with the end dragon and everything and credits. That was a very big change. I feel like it got very modernized at that point. So I have a lot of nostalgia for 2011 Minecraft. Yeah, cakes and cookies. Cocoa must have been like chests underground, or no, because mine shafts would have been new then. Where did you get the cocoa from? I could not tell you where you got cocoa from back then. The cacao plants came with the jungle update with the ocelots. That might have been 1.9. I think 1.9 might have done the jungle. It was pretty big. And then like cocoa pods on trees that were farmable. Enjoy the vibes up here. This is a huge peak of the game in here. Huge peak. It's not that I dislike what comes after. It's definitely still really good, like Raisin and Onion were, but this is peak. Dungeons. Oh, we did have dungeons. Yeah, I did remember that. But yeah, swamps were new. Swamps were new, and vines were new in 1.8. I have a very strong memory of that. Oh my gosh. I was never too into wolves, but they were cool. They were chill guys. Hello again. Vanessa, watch my skills, watch my strategies. Watch my input delay. Watch my L canceling. Ah! Ooh! Mind games. I really wish that I liked Kirby Fighters 2 more. I think it ultimately is like the not so good online and not having anybody to play with locally. But honestly, Kirby Fighters does feel kind of stiff to me. Look how liquidy that planet is. Oh, it's so liquidy. Look at the reflections. Look at the lights. Look at the stars and the rings that are also water. What? You got shadow banned again. You've done that like every stream for such innocent reasons. Yeah, Kirby Fight Gang. Yeah, I've never had anybody interested like locally to play things like Kirby Fighters 2 with me. But like, I don't know, I've played bots and stuff and it can be fun, but I don't know, it's like meh, it's alright. Honestly, I'm of the opinion that Kirby Fighters 2 was like the best game of the first half of the Switch era, and that like Kirby Arena Battle or whatever, like the free-to-play one of the boss fights, I think it's trash because it's like unplayable without people. But I have never had the online work very well. I do not like that game very much. It's one of the only Kirby games I'm like not fond of. And Star Allies is just like fine, but it's more fun to think about than play, to be honest. It's more fun to think about, like, the fact that these characters met and, like, the Jamba lore than it is to actually play that game. So those three games, I think, are super weak. It really, really turned around at Kirby 30th Anniversary with Forgotten Land. I think Dream Buffet is one of the best spin-offs, and then Turbo Deluxe HD is great. But yeah, I think the Switch era is very much a two halves thing for Kirby. Where like legit, when I got into Kirby, Switch games were not that good in my opinion. I got into Kirby like seriously in 2021 playing retro games. I don't think it was Aqua Star Marine, but you're right that there is an Aqua Star it could be. I think the Kirby 64 planets are too far away from each other. They feel very far away. Okay, if you could add one piece of food to the Kirby series, what would you pick and why? A new piece of food to spawn as like a healing item. You have to think about why. Yes, that's a classic feature. They do a lot of funny throwbacks and like Easter eggs with that. The one way that they pay the Kirby Dreamland 2 bills. Look at the background! Oh, this is what today's thumbnail is, and it's transcendently beautiful. DBR, you're getting splashed. Prepare for the bidet. Boom. I don't actually know that I know what bow is. I want to know. Although, you know, some food gets localized away. That's actually a really cool idea. Maybe we want status conditions in Kirby. Healing stones are cool, I like them. I like them IRL. Woohoo! I don't think Spark is like... Okay, I'm stuck. Okay, that's unfortunate. I don't think Spark is like necessary for the ending here. Oh, it is. Whoops. Wow, so I used water. I was in a weird state of falling, and then Dubior fell on me. I might have been stuck if he didn't despawn. Oh my clouds! Oh my clouds and stars. Good game. Good game. Oh, I know there are buns. There are buns in this game. Onigiri, definitely. Yes, onigiri I can remember in Air Ride, and I had no idea what they were. It was kind of a mystery for my whole youth. Kirby would love some mac and cheese. You are right. If we are doing like American foods for like North American localization, get some mac and cheese in this dog. I think there are hot dogs. Yeah, there's definitely hot dogs. Hot dogs are good. I think we can do turkey drumsticks. I was gonna say galactic gobbler from Disney Tomorrowland. That's a very nostalgic food for me. Takoyaki is in. Curry is in some games. Kirby deserves bow. What am I gonna do for this fight? Oh, whip is really cool. But do I want to do it though? I might not. Cutter might be fun, honest to God. I probably want to just do fighter. Kirby mac and cheese. If it's the right game, you could put a stupid level of detail and have like Blue's Clues mac and cheese, where you have like different colored stars inside the mac and cheese. Like it's a normal mac and cheese, but then there's little like purple stars or pink stars. Bro, we're gonna grab one of the 4 things. Why is there no boss? Is it because we're being manipulated? Vanessa deserves curry. Please eat your curry. Eat your curry. I might have curry for lunch just because I don't have a good lunch plan. I struggle when I'm home a lot on the weekends. I never have a good backup plan for lunch. So this fight's crazy. This fight is a really nice like mid-season finale. Yeah, honestly, all 4 options are really good for this. Cutter would be really fun. I'm sure I've done that before. What's up with... Oh yeah, this is a ton of Marks references. These are all Marks references. It has the exact same stuff, like the visuals, the timing, the sound effects, as Marks from Superstar. Oh my god! Let me hit it 18 times, baby. Oh my gosh. Huh? You can bond over curry. You know each other now. Oh, I think Marks does that. I guess that's foreshadowing, eh? What's going on? Oh, we're doing things. We're doing things with stuff. Oh my god. Hold the phone. I can't damage him in this state. What are we going to do? Oh my goodness, is that a mega ability? This is my chance. Let's go! Super sword! I've mastered awkward voice acting. Perish at my blade! This one's for my new friend Magalore. This one's for him. Ouch, that looks brutal. I really felt like I cleaved through that thing right there. Stopped right there. That's really satisfying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It ends here. Galaxia. Ooh. Kaboom! This must be the end of the game, right? On Twitter is the grand doomer. And my cleaver. Yeah, I'm glad you noticed the Marks moveset. It was very, very detailed. Perish at my blade. Yeah. All right. Well, that must be the end of the stream, because we beat the final Doomer. And there's nothing more evil than a Doomer in this game. What could be more evil than a Doomer? Boom! We did it! We won the day! Our friend Megalore will be so relieved. I can't wait to tell him we fixed his Star Cruiser. Megalore's like, I stole all of your Neopets while you were out shopping. It's like, okay, you are still my friend. Yeah, Kirby, you did it. The lore is back in business. The oars, both wings, the emblem, and the mast. Yep, it's all there. The moment I've been waiting for. It's here. You're my hero. And a promise is a promise. I'll take you on a trip to my home. A trip to Halcandra. Halcandra exists in another dimension. It's super far away, but the lore can fly us there in the blink of an eye. Pack some snacks, Kirby. We're off to Halcandra. It's a lot sketchier without friends. It's like, should he go with the stranger? No, it does not end now. A grand dooming boomer with social and political capital. Yeah, nothing left to do but send him home and not get any more involved. Who is this evil villain? Who is this dastard? They must be so bad. We should stop them. We love this boat. The establishment. You know, we do fight a capitalist, colonialist enemy and Kirby Robobot. I should just start dumping my 3DS games to my computer because I kind of need to start streaming those games at some point. Like, I can keep telling you about them, or we can actually play them together. So, I don't know, but they look the same, right? So I think that Elfalin and, the ship have the same power. But, I definitely... So the theory is, Halcandra is probably where the ancients lived, and Forgo Land is probably where the ancients came from. So they're different places. Not Spyro Hydra. It's time for Rune Factory. Yeah, it's all over. Roll a sexuality check. Kirby, that dragon. Its name is Landia. It's lived on this planet for ages, but it's always been fast asleep. Recently, however, it awoke and it went on a rampage. Please, Kirby, you have to help me defeat that damn dragon. I couldn't help but read damn when I looked at all those words together. I know I've asked a lot of you, but this is it. I swear. Wait till he's asking for soul salvation. We were playing Ryutama this weekend, and because it has very strong Rune Factory vibes, Nathan, as the DM, used Rune Factory characters to like set up the scenarios. So we were meeting all these Rune Factory characters, and everybody kept wanting to flirt with them. So we started to joke whenever we rolled up on a new person. We'd be like, roll a sexuality check. Like, my friend kept wanting to get a girlfriend, and she put so much effort into flirting with this one girl, and then it had to be revealed that she was heterosexual. So we had to run sexuality checks all the time after that. Get out of here, Gordo. Go on your way. It feels like a Studio Ghibli. It feels like Dub Naushka. She would be kinder. Ooh, that was smooth. Smooth. Smooth! We die, we die, we die. Oh no. No, we thrive. No, we die. There's probably something good in there. I'm not going to concern myself with it. This is all danger. What are we doing here? Is this really optimal? Okay. Very satisfying. I don't know that I really figured that part out. Oh, this is a mess. Just hobbling through in stitches. I do combos. She's aced her. I'll try a bomb. Yeah, you figure it out. Not that there's always an it to figure out, but you figure it out. I shielded the bomb very proactively, and then it pushed me into the spikes, and I lost the same points. $1 billion men. I am not a big man. I'm not really in the man fandom. But if I had an army, if I had an army of a billion strong, if I controlled 1/9 of our population, let's just say there'd be a lot more funding for this stream. Not just a queen bee, but I'm in charge of a significant portion of this world. I think I'd be a global leader. That's more than an army, eh? That's a country. That's a big country. All men. All men. You could be a leader of a small country. Ah! I'm not sold on this. I don't care. Do these things roll? Yes. Go! Robobot's got some good bomb puzzles. I'll say that. This bomb arena was moderately fun. Alright. I guess I could always consult the pro tips. Alright, well, I wish the mini games were more fun. I might dig around with them, but I'll do one. Okay. I believe this one's a bit more fun than the ninja one. I'll tighten the strap. Is that a Nintendo Super Scope reference? Go for complete destruction! I think I've seen that OOC as a meme. NGL. This is such a cute mech. Yeah, did I say out loud that I wanted Mega Bomb to be a tank? Because that's what I was thinking. Alright, so we're gonna wrap this stream up in like 10 minutes or so. So say your farewells. I'll be back next week for the final installment. And I'll announce the next stream after that, the next game. I have it picked out. Oh my god, I need to play Drill Dozer. I need to play Drill Dozer this week. Oh my god. When am I gonna play Drill Dozer? Robbie, if you're here, let me know when you want to do the video game book club. And I will play Drill Dozer before then. Even if I do not beat it. I will begin my relationship with Drill Dozer. Why do I procrastinate on video games? These have been such good games that I already wanted to play. I'm busy for somebody with so much free time. It's hard to tell what I'm supposed to be shooting at. Destroying this Waddle Dee slowly. Bam! What did I say aggressively? I already forget. Good night. Thanks for hanging out, Teardrop. Good to have ya. Next mission. Yeah, Nintendo does love that. At least the game understands. Chef Kawasaki looking pretty cool. Look at his little tie. Look at his Bowser bracelets. His undermouth looks more like a King Dedede. The animation on that whirling thing is kind of sick. We egg? We egg? Yes. If you had no head, how would you react? If you had no... oh my gosh. Fish! Oh. That's fun. That's really hard at the time. Oh, the foreshadowing. Oh, there we go. Egg! Egg! Fire! Somehow in the end, that face and the expression did remind me of Chef Kawasaki, even though it became nearly unnoticeable. I am no man. That's a good thing to do with your Mac. Yeah, I couldn't see anymore. It was just going on vibes. I think I most remember this final mission. It might be the hardest thing we've ever done. Wait, no, I'm not doing this again. No. Stop this. Wait, not like that. Ow, don't be so sad. Okay. Are these minigames still hiding in Magaland? Or did they, like, get rid of them? Yeah, this guy. You're gonna have to tell me twice. One thing I like about the Kirby light novels is that Kirby, like, reciprocates the rivalry with King Dedede. Like, he trash talks back, which is never a thing in the games. It's actually very funny. Aiming for his penguin titties. Oh, no! Oh, it's fun! Oh, that's really fun! The way we can bounce it back and forth is really fun. Dismantle the titties. Oh no. I've been hurt in a way I've never been hurt before in this game. Don Quixote though. Don Quixote though. This is Don Pen. This is my first time like using the quick blast. Oh, this is a good time to use it. This is a good time to use it. Dun dun dun. Donkey Quixote. 99 hon yada da nani janguru. Janguru. UFO! Do. Wait, come back! Oh, I thought I only had to hit it once. Cabula. Can I hit Cabula? I probably can. Oh, I hit Cabula. Show me your shoulder. Show me your pants. Show me your weak points. Show me your dance. Yeah, Kirby punch out. Yeah, he's gonna force me. What are you doing? Oh my god! Holy crap! My controller is not calibrated enough. Ah! Oh my god! Why? Go crazy. This is it! I'll never let you go! No! That's a very long mission to restart. So far I am not super driving with the side stuff. This is moderately fun side stuff. I've barely played this much. Pretty fun though. They added some fun mechanics. These rooms are such false promises. You can do all these combos that are just impossible on normal enemies. Yeah, all that effort for nothing, eh? Catch us next week when we do better at the mini games. Hoshi no Kirby minigame mayhem. That's the stuff that literally no enemy can actually be knocked into. That's why we have side order. This is like side order. Side order is like, well, you'll hear my thoughts soon. But it's like you can do all these like impossible things with normal abilities that are so fun. It's gonna be bad. I'm now kind of addicted to Todic again. And also side order. So like, am I gonna play Drill Dozer? Am I gonna get a video out in February? It's such a coin flip. It's such a coin flip. Perish. Alright. Well, that's good for now. Oh, world map. I love the world map. Okay, well, here we finish. Good night, America. Good night, America. Oh, forget about this. Forget about this. Go back to the... No! No! Go back to Dreamland. I want to return. This looks bloody. This looks like a bloody area. It looks gory. I want to return to Dreamland. Oh no, Planet Popstar. It's statedly Planet Popstar. Yeah, where is Dreamland? Whatever. Oh, vibes. Oh, vibes. Good night, Japan. Don't send me to bed. I have to do my day, and I'm very sleepy about it. Yeah, 100%ing has not been a tall ask. Whew. Night, everybody. Thanks for coming. Catch you next week. I think same time. I might make it Saturday if I have to for Robbie's book club meeting. We'll see. I'll post like probably Wednesday or Thursday. Try to be a bit earlier on those things now. And yeah, look forward to finding out about the new stream. Yeah, one more plug for my collab, and side order will be up when you all wake up, just like Santa's presents on Christmas. Good night, Dreamland.